Oh man, sorry to keep you all waiting. It's I've been busy. There's a mess here, but the shelf is in. Look, yeah, I got it done. I Amber helped me install the shelf this weekend. I need to move the TV here. Here, we'll just have this. Oh God, I'm dying. I'm falling. I'm falling. Ah! All right, whatever. Hey, 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 my face is up here. Okay, maybe not. Look, let's be real. You're not here because I'm graceful. You're not here because I know exactly what I'm doing. You're here to make fun of me, okay? Let's just all accept this and move on. But, look, printer shelf. It totally works exactly the way that I wanted it to work, which is super freaking awesome, and I'm so excited for it. I am so unreasonably excited for it. I really want to move this down. Just move it down. Thank you. Now when you... Yeah. I wanted to track me, like, in the 3/4. Aren't those Vorons on the shelf? No. No, they're not. Actually, right now, that shelf serves 100% as printer storage. So there's two SV08s. There's an SV06 Plus and an SV06 Plus Ace on that shelf. It is an 8-foot shelf. I haven't tracked Victoria's face. That is very funny. I could do that. But I have to fix things in here because... Oh, man. Like, to give you an idea, the install required a Sawzall, okay? Like, I had to use a Sawzall for the install. I've got racking mounts here. If I go over here, you'll see it. I have mounts here for Costco bins. There's two here. But the other one, it barely didn't fit. So we made it fit. You guys know how this goes. So we're going to be just kind of working on stuff here in the shop for a little bit. Then we're going to get the Voron figured out. I've got it ready to go online, so we can get that kind of tuning and stuff, tuning and grooving and moving. See, now that I'm like still, the tracking speed is way too fast. Let me see if I can slow that down for you. But yeah, there we go. There you go. Now the tracking speed is nice and normal. So yeah, we're going to be working in the shop a little bit, getting some other things fixed, and then we're going to dig into the Voron. So, currently my laser is suffering from flat surface law problems. My top-down camera still needs to be moved. I guess I can move that now. Top-down camera is not in place where it belongs. Which way do you unscrew? I guess it's this way. Yeah. Ammo. No? Which way do you unscrew? The screw goes in this way, which you should unscrew this way. Okay. No. There it goes. Okay. Jeez. Sometimes this stuff is complicated, more complicated than you think. So, those ever wondering, we use a Canon Vixia. This is a HF R800, but the HF R400 and up work phenomenally well as top-down cameras for streamers because they have like 30 some odd X optical zoom built in, so you can get crazy close shots. Yeah, it's not the prettiest of cameras, you know, like its sensor is meh in the dark at best, but it does output a clean HDMI signal, and ultimately, that's all I care about. So, let's make sure I have that working. It's just not aligned right because this whole table has moved. So, oh well. All right, so for the astute viewers, you'll notice there's no shelf behind me anymore. I could actually put that back. I took it down thinking that it was going to be in the way, and I am fairly certain it won't be in the way. But there are some things that we need to work on. So before we get the Voron's going to be coming, just not right now. It's the latter half of the stream. So we have some issues that we need to deal with first. One of them being, oh my god, this workshop is a mess right now. It's an absolute disaster in here. But we ran into an issue. If you notice, one of the support poles is not on the other side. It is in the middle. The laser sticks out ever so slightly too much, and I can't move it to where I need to move it. So, unfortunately, this has to be like that. So we don't have any support on the back side, but there's support like on the 3/4 back. It does mean that the shelf wiggles more than I want it to. So I am open to suggestions on how to solve that. It's not going to break, theoretically. In theory, it's not going to break. It's been holding up the weight for a while now. And I also need to add a light under here. So, my brother says cross brace it. Yes, thought about that. We're going to likely do a gusset, like right here, like a rib right there. None of that's going to happen today, I don't think. But just things to think about. Yeah, as I say, it's not even the weight of the printers. It's the input shaping. It's all the speed from that. I've got random bags and crap all over the place. Because for those that... Whoops, it lost me. Come on back now. It lost me. I moved too fast for it. Ka-chow! I moved too fast. Moved too fast. And yeah, it's got some of Rural King's finest 3-inch drywall screws. Although these are fully galvanized, so they're made for outdoors. Good enough for the girls I go out with. So. And yes, have a drill to do all the pre-drilling. When we did all the installations, everything was pre-drilled. Here, I'll show you. Where is it? Where did it fall? I had the entire shelf fall onto my chest. Where's the damn mark? I'm like trying to find it. Oh, I don't know. It's somewhere. I had the whole shelf fall into my chest, and I have like a big bruise right here. Because that was fun. It happens. Mistakes happen. So nothing is where it needs to be. That's why the lighting looks crazy. I was going to be updating the lighting in here, but that didn't happen yet. I've got a softbox on the floor that needs to get mounted. So, yeah. We got to find spaces for all this stuff first, though, before we can, realistically get to any Voron work. Because if there's no space to work on the Voron, then there's no Voron. So my brother says you could also tap con into the wall, no moving then. So we thought about this. There is about a foot between the end of this and the wall. So originally we were going to make it the full length and screw it into the wall, but kind of toward the last minute, I said, I want this shelf here to be 1 2x4, and I didn't have anything over 8 feet in stock, so I didn't do anything with it. I made it 8 feet. So if we're going to tap con it into the wall, which are just masonry screws, have to extend it, which is funny. So, could do some L brackets. I was looking at, just using wood for it. I've got plenty of scrap. But, yeah. Anyways, I had to find spaces for all the crap behind me, because right now I have, no place for it. So just some of the old backdrops we used to use for taking photos, just poster boards and things like that. They get warped over time. I don't know if this has any value to me anymore, but it'll go back to the cave that it was in. That's an empty spool. I will say it is so much easier to move in the shop now, though. So I am very happy. Opiniono says 8 feet. Okay, that's where I go speechless. Yeah, the shelf is a fully unsupported 8-foot section. If you watch the last stream, you watched me build it. The only thing that we added afterwards, here, I'll get it to track me again. Track me. Thank you. The only thing we added after the stream were these stringers that go all the way across with a 1x4 underneath it, so I can get just some cold storage in the form of Costco shelves. I got so lucky. This is my control box for my laser. I built this years and years and years ago and likely needs to get rebuilt. It is half a bee's dick worth of space between it and the shelf and this bin, so it worked perfectly. And if you're wondering how big that is, it's very, very, very small. You should know this. It's a joke. Anyways. So yeah, the big challenge now is I lost part of the set. So part of the set was there. So the one of the set shelves that I used to use. I don't think I'm going to put it back. So there's stuff that we have to decide. Oh, metric. What the hell's 8 feet in metric? Let's ask the internet, because I don't know. I don't know. 8 feet 2 centimeters. 243 centimeters. About 2.4 meters. So. Sorry, I understand that one's a little difficult for our friends. And also, my work surface, I was unclogging hot ends on it recently, so work surface is very dirty as well. But I've got everything ready. I just have to get the work done so that we can go through and get everything else done. So, anyways, we're using EVA foam yoga mats as a topper for that shelf. The shelf is built out of some of Home Depot's most warped 2x4s and 1x4s and 1x2s. It is so warped, in fact, that my uprights here at the end are not the same length because the shelf is warped enough that it doesn't work over there. So that's funny. But this is my garage. So we have 10-foot ceilings in here, I think. Yeah, so a little over 3-meter ceilings in here. So, Steven Z says, well, wait, you're something around 6 foot, right? So you would say it's a grant and a boot length. I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. I'm 6 foot and change. Depends on the 7-Eleven I'm walking out of, you know? I found a box full of, like, bamboo parts. Like, in going through all this, you find stuff that you would set off to the side. Does anyone ever do this where you do, like, a shop purge? And you find stuff that you've set off to the side, and it is old. You're like, oh my god, how do I still have this stuff? Right? Maybe one time you told yourself that you would still need it. Now you don't. Who knows? But yeah. Fun times. Let's see, I'm just random bits of packing material, making sure there's no parts inside of these so we can toss them. But yeah, like, I think, yes, the disclaimer and safety guide for an X1 Carbon. Frostbite says, what are we doing? We are getting the shop in a reasonable state of use. And then we're going to be working on the Voron. So I've got the Voron online. I just have to put it online again. It's simple. I just have to reconnect it to the new network that I made. And yeah, we'll be good to go. Mr. Smiley 666 says, as a fellow hoarder, saying you don't need it is quitter talk. Well, I'm out of space. Like, I had to literally build shelves. I had to literally build shelves for myself. Or I was tripping over printers. Like, I have cuts on my legs. And the cut on my hand here is actually, that's from a part that I was carrying. Part weighs like 30 pounds. 20, or no, how many kilos? 14 kilos, give or take. And I tripped over a printer, fell, I hit my leg, I hit my hand. It was a whole thing. Thankfully, there is no breaking those parts. I even had pieces of wood ready in case we needed to make the shelf a little higher. We had no idea how high this shelf needed to be. No idea. Zero clue how high we wanted the shelf to be. We just put it in place and was going to see if it worked or not. That was literally how this went. So, yeah. That's why the lighting looks weird. Nothing is set up right. I was supposed to have my new light and softbox set up in here, but I didn't get to that yet. So, I also found some funny things. Talking about hoarding, I found old crappy cell phones. I don't know why I still have them. This is a Nokia, but it's not the Nokia brick, which is upsetting. But this is like one of those old flip phones. I don't know why I still have these. So these are going into the e-waste pile, and they're gonna get e-wasted. But yeah, it was a very fruitful weekend, getting all this stuff finished. Like a weight off of my shoulders. I don't know anyone, like, if you install like shelving or organize something, you just like, you can breathe again, you know? You can breathe again. We've got a needle from a bamboo. The needles I put up in here. And the rest of this is trash. And you're saying, Grant, why didn't you get all of this done before you started streaming? Well, I've been in meetings all morning, so I didn't have time. Basically. Now, I have some questions for you guys. Because right now, my streaming PC is over here. It is off to my left. Now that I have this shelf here, I can viably move the streaming PC to this side. Right? And I don't know if that's better for you all. I don't know if that's better for you all. So these are things I got to think about. If we do move it, we're going to do a custom 3D printed mount for it and things like that. And probably put it over here where it's not going to be in the way of anything. It will mess up my wiring. I totally understand that. But I realize if I put it over here, I will deal with significantly less extenders than I'm dealing with right now. And for my table, I have a USB hub running to my table. I wouldn't have to run it across where I walk. So I won't have to worry about over time the cable getting degraded. So that is a plan. All I would have to do is run an HDMI cable back to the computer. But see, or to the screen. The trick is, I've already done that. I've done it to use HDMI cameras over here. So I can take the cable that's already ran and use it to power a monitor rather than a camera. Magic. These are just thoughts in my head. This is how my head works normally. I'm unmedicated today. Well, not fully unmedicated. Also, I think I figured out the thermal camera. From what I can tell, it is because of the graphics card in the streaming PC. Because it has an AV1 graphics card. It has one of those Intel GPUs. So, yeah. Jimmy says, move it, changes king. Tarsman says, I can also install the screen over there. I could. The problem with installing the screen over there is that it will block me moving things easily, and it will get in the way of the arm that I use for this camera. So the screen, I think, is going to stay over here. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about here, I'll show you. Ack! I run into things. You guys are currently on this television. This is a Toshiba 43-inch television. Up on top of the television, back behind it, is where the computer is. But because I've already mounted the television to that part of the rack, I think I'm just going to do it that way. So, just going to leave it there. I think the monitor's missed it. I am used to looking at things on this side. I could do it over here, but I'm going to mount a light over there, I think. I'm still debating on it. I mean, I can show you some of the things that I'm planning on doing. So, this is one of my crappy old softboxes. They're not very good. It's a Skytex old crappy softbox. It's totally fine as a key light. It is absolutely terrible as a main light. It does not have anywhere near the power. I use the same one as my top-down light. I'm going to mount this to the boom arm that I use for the camera. But to do that, it's going to require a 3D printed mount. So that'll be a thing that we do here. I'll design it probably in the Discord. So if you want to get involved in that, you can see it there. CBC says, do I need to come down for a weekend with my networking tools? I don't think we need a lot of networking here. I have a armored Cat 6 cable running out here, and that's really it. Really not a lot of networking we need out here. And besides, the garage environment is absolutely terrible for electronics. Like, this is truly the worst possible situation for most electronics. You're dealing with hot, humid, and massive temperature swings. That is my garage. And so, as far as, like, networking and electronic gear go, terrible. Terrible. So, all right. Let's keep moving here. So, we got the drill bits. I have lost some drill bits, but I feel like that's just normal. These are the highest of high-quality Harbor Freight special drill bits that they used to do for $10 whole on coupon. So, when you break them, you really just don't care, but there's a bit of an OCD with me of not having all my drill bits, so... Oh, wait, I know one of them is in my actual drill. Got that. That's a black drill bit. That's not from this set. Don't know where that one came from. But yeah, I lose drill bits, and it's kind of a pain in my ass that I lose drill bits. Am I the only one that this happens to? Am I the only one that loses drill bits? Amber's here. Amber's at work today. Everyone say hi to Amber and thank her for all of her help. Amber helped me get this stuff installed over the weekend. If it wasn't for her, the shelf wouldn't be up. So, everybody say thank you to Amber. There are 2 sets of Ryobi drill bits, I think. Oh yeah, no, I don't need more. I don't need more drill bits. I was just talking about these ones specifically. I am good on drill bits. I know where my other kits of drill bits are. So, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Jeez, there's just so much stuff that I don't have space for. Bummer. Part of me says, screw all the stuff behind you, Grant. That doesn't matter. But then the other part of me is like, no, Grant, you have work to do. You need to get it done. You can see which side of me is currently winning since I'm still doing the work. I've got materials from past projects here. Big 2-kilo rolls of Prushiment, the good stuff. Yeah, there's a bunch of, like, burned Prushiment on my table right now. But while I'm thinking about it, let's get the Voron turned on at least. I can get it logged into the new network that I set up. So I was smart and just set up a completely new VLAN because I don't know how to fix the old one. So I made a new one. Amber says that shelf was interesting to put in. Glad it could help. Yeah. Yeah. It was very, very helpful, Amber B. Also, I have no idea if this table is even remotely centered. This table is on slides, so we can move it. So, like, I can just push it. Although, I think there's enough crap that it's getting in the way now. So, I think the table's stuck here for the moment. So, yeah. We'll get this stuff off of it because we don't need this right now. Yeah, if you want to help redesign the back of my set, let me know. Because, like, I'm down for it. The pie is doing stuff. I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing stuff. It's checking in progress. Yeah, I think I'm just going to start stacking tools back here. I've just got through, like, a 25 kilo project for 2 different clients. So we've got a lot of empties laying around. Stuff for the bamboo. We can just take all this, put it into one baggie. Bamboo lube, you need that. When you buy one of their machines, you need the lube. And is this a 0.6? Ah, it's a spare 0.4. Nice. I'm assuming it's hardened? I have no clue. This shows you how long it's been out here for me. Okay. That's a vial. Where's the rest of the stuff that goes in it? I don't know. All right. Yeah, I don't think I'm too keen on doing a lot of the cleaning work on camera. I thought I was going to be keen about it. But I'm like, no, I don't, because I know it doesn't make for interesting content. So we're not going to do it. I should, but I'm not. It looks like the pie is stuck, so we're going to have to just reboot everything. That's fine. We will just go ahead and do a reboot. Yeah? Oh, no. No, I think you're okay. Actually, you're moving. It's 85% complete checking disks. So what does needed on tuning the Voron? Everything. Everything. The Voron has not been tuned at all. We've tried, and we failed. Every single time. But I have a new thing that we're going to try. I've got another dongle, and I think this will let my PC, my laptop here, do output over USB or over HDMI. I've got an HDMI port. For some reason, it's not working. We couldn't get it to work last time. So this time, we're going to try it with that and see if that works. That way, you guys can see what I see, and you guys can help me get the Voron running. But we haven't officially started working on the Voron yet, so I'm not putting on the hard hat. It's also very warm in here, so I don't want to put on the hard hat until the absolute last possible minute. Because guess who forgot to turn on the air conditioner? It was me. I forgot to turn on the air conditioner. And at this point, it is too late in the day to have any impact. I also found a couple of these like these medium gain antennas. Anybody into Mesh-tastic stuff? Anybody into Mesh-tastic stuff? I've wanted to learn more about Mesh-tastic and all that. You care about that? Would y'all want to see videos on Mesh-tastic and the likes? Let me know. Let me know. You're 86.4% complete. So you're moving, you're not moving fast, which sucks. Yeah, no one nearby me uses it either, but realistically, you have to start somewhere. Defy 3D says, wish it was warm. We had 4 or 5 days of sunny weather. Now it's back to throwing it down again. Gotta love British weather. Yeah, it's like 30 C outside. So, it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. That's gonna go somewhere over there. I am literally just waiting for this pie to finish its friggin' job. Okay. Yeah, I think moving the computer over to here will be better, because things like this Elgato capture card that I use, I won't have to, like, unplug it so I can walk by. Right? I think moving everything will make my life easier. So I think I'm just going to do it. And that will let me, like, you know, redo stuff that needs to be redone. Oh, man, I have melted PETG to my tabletop. That's gone forever. Hi, come on now. You know what? I'm just going to reboot this. I don't feel like it right now. I don't feel like waiting. Let's see if that helps. Let's get this up and running. Hello? My laptop's not turning on. That's not good. Oh, Grant, you dingus. You're hitting the mute button. You're hitting the wrong button with a light on it. My God, some days. Oh, no. No, it goes right back to the checking procedure. So I have to wait. I have to wait. I am sorry. Not what I wanted to do, but I gotta wait. We have to literally wait for this. All right, well, 86.8%, kids. We're getting close. I guess it's time to put the hard hat on. Because we're starting to do Voron stuff, so... Yeah, I guess while that does its thing... Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh. Dang it. It wants me to press enter and continue. I don't have enter. It doesn't work. Crazy Corvid asks if there is a affiliate code for Printed Solid. It doesn't. We do not have an affiliate code. Printed Solid doesn't do them. If there's a way that you can put an order, a note in your order, you can say that Grant sent you. So you can do that. We do like their filament. It's my favorite stuff. Although I will say I've been using Polar Filaments PETG recently on a project, and it is very good as well. I much prefer to support local businesses where I can, and both of those companies are local businesses. Which Pi is it? Can you connect a keyboard? I probably could, but I don't have one connected. So, while I could, I don't. Bummer. I know. Well, hey, let's at least see if... Grant, you're using your laptop's every freaking... I'm like using my laptop's touchpad thinking that's going to do anything. Like, come on. All right, main with laptop small. I am plugged. Hey, it instantly worked. Let's go. Now you guys can see what I can see on my laptop. All right. Nice. Nice. Yep, now we're just waiting for it to come online. Once that happens, we'll be good to go. Dumb. Dumb. I didn't think I was going to be the problem. No, it's the pie that's the problem. Geek Toybox says, I'm pretty sure I'm using DOS filament for my Cocoa Press build. DOS filament does make some beautiful colors, though. So, totally understand that. Nepo actually brought me some DOS filament. I have not had a chance to test it yet. It's like my original, what is it? My original, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for words that I can't think of. My silk. What's that silk? The nice silk. Polyalchemy elixir. Very, like, you know, cautious about using it, you know? Yeah, guys, try to support your local businesses where you can. And I mean, right now, the tariffs are really going to hit filament and 3D printers here. So, you know, try to support local when and where you can. I understand it's not possible for everybody every time. But try to support your local businesses and, you know, local manufacturing where you can. As a business, there's a huge benefit to it because we now have relationships with local vendors. And when I need something, like I needed some PET gene, I needed it fast, like yesterday fast. Called up the brand that we bought it from, had a very long-standing relationship with them, and they had it to me in less than 48 hours, which is super cool. MLV says, good thing is resident channel sponsor Construct 3D is only 10% tariff. I should be clear that Construct does not financially pay us to say those things. I would take their money, but they don't pay us to say those things. I have Construct 3D sponsor the podcast because Jacob, who's one of the owners of Construct 3D, is the co-host of the podcast, and we don't have another podcast host, so we might as well pimp his business while we can. Right? Like, that just makes sense. That's just good business. So yes, Construct is cool. We love them. And yes, there is only a 10% tariff. So, like, I'm fairly certain right now an H2D is like 2 Construct 1 XLs. But, you know, this is all going to depend on what futures kind of look like right now. I try not to get political on the channel because I feel like it's a very polarizing topic for people. Some people are like, yeah, F them. And other people are like, really, this is a stupid trade war. And it doesn't really matter what side of the field you're on. What does matter is that it is going to impact your ability to buy stuff cheap. Amber says, I come back and the hard hat is out. What did I miss? Well, we're going to be working on the Voron, so I have to have the hard hat on to work on the Voron. Here's a great example of how wet it is out here. Oh, that is so gross. That's going to have to get cleaned. Yeah, you want to know how wet it is out here? Hold on. I'm going to show you. Warning, this is gross. This is really gross. See those black dots? Yeah, that's mold. That's mold. That's how wet it is out here. Now, it's normally not wet enough to create mold, so that might have had something on it when it got delivered. But yeah, it is damp enough out here. And of course, my energy monitor is dead. So how? It's damp. It's really damp. My energy monitor is dead. Oh, wait. Maybe. Here. Let's And it died. Well, before it died, it was showing 64% ambient humidity out here, to give you an idea. Air con with dehumidifier mode. There is an air conditioner out here, but we don't run it unless I'm actively in here, because that's a waste of energy. And while it is backed by solar, it is still grid tied. And the solar array is very dirty at the moment and not producing a lot of wattage, which kind of sucks. 92, my gosh. This thing is seriously operating as if it's a union worker over here, you know, getting union mandated smoke breaks. I mean, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, the entire work table, or the laser is now a work table, and it is very messy. Yeah, part of me wants to try to fit it on the back side. I just don't know if it's going to be possible. I'm very happy with this overall build. Everything worked really well. We had one little issue, but we dealt with it with a reciprocating saw, because very few problems in the world cannot be solved with a reciprocating saw. And that's just facts. That's just facts. Yeah, Amber says the garage isn't insulated. Would have to run 24/7 to keep the garage cool and dehumidified. Yeah. There's no insulation above me. There's raw concrete block to the side of me. The only insulation, hilariously enough, is insulation that I've installed over the windows, so we don't get a lot of ambient light that comes in. So, that is funny. 92. Hurry up! My God. Seriously, this sucks. This, like, proper sucks. This is boring. Oh, Matt's Makerspace is here. The guy who I have a online feud with, because, you know, he has to make himself feel good because he's trying to steal away a Bondtech index from me because he thinks he's cooler than me. No, actually, Matt's Makerspace is a pretty cool guy. I don't know. Matt, we have to find a way to collaborate on something. I don't know what, but we got to find a way to do it. And throughout that entire video that we do, we have to argue back and forth about the index. That feels like something that we could do. So, I don't know. Start thinking about it, I guess. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Holy crap. Why does this take so long, and how do I turn this off? How do I stop it from doing whatever check this is ever again? I don't want this. Like, at all. Amber says, gotta go. Bye, Amber. Have a good day. Hope your day is going good. I don't know what else to do. Once it's done, you can disable it. Okay, great. Because we're going to disable the hell out of that. Because there is no need for it. At all. I am very excited. I got some lighting upgrades out here. And I'm really happy about it. I bought my first Aperture softbox. I have an Aperture Light Dome 2. I have an Aperture Light Dome 2, so I bought it secondhand, got it for a decent price. So very happy about that. Yeah, so we're going to upgrade the lighting out here. We're going from a 60-watt light. I don't know, maybe I keep the light out here. I have a 150-watt that I could replace it with. Haven't figured it out yet. Trying to give all the upgrades. Bought some new camera gear. That's coming along. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Matt says, you're so right, Grant. We'll have a think. That's right, Matt. I am right about being cooler than you. No, I'm joking. I'm nobody special. Whatever Matt does, I'm sure it's cooler than what I do. I am nobody special. 92%. Damn you, Raspberry Pi. Now, does this check have to do with SD card speed? So like if I put in a faster SD card, would this go faster? Or is this purely related to something else? I don't know. Where's my yawn emoji when I need it? Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is like because the Pi itself has a slow read-write access and that's why it takes so long, or if this process does just take so long. I don't know for sure. So if you know, please let me know, because I want to know. If it's checking eMMC or microSD, and yes, card speed will impact checking speed. But I guess that also depends on the reader speed and how fast the Pi itself can read. Checking in progress on one disk, 92% complete. Okay. This is not what I was expecting today. I had it running the other day. I thought I prepped for this. I'm sorry. I thought I was prepped for this. Net7 says also if it's checking because it thinks there's an error or just sanity check because it was shut off incorrectly. You know, I don't know how to determine that. Oh. I'm in emergency mode. So it's angry at me. That's not good. So how do we solve this problem, kids? That's unexpected. Is my music not playing anymore? My music's not playing anymore. Why? Oh, you are. You're just there. Net7 says, I've had these situations on micro SD cards, and so long as it wasn't bad, plugging it into a PC and checking the disk from there. I can do that. Tried switching it off and on again. I did. That did not appear to help it. I can pull the micro SD card if you guys think that will help. I'm not against it, to be clear. I'm happy to do it. DevMiner says reflash of Linux or a new card. Yeah, this is not what I was expecting today. It was running perfectly fine. I got it connected to the new network. I even told DevMiner, I've got it on the network, everything's good, and we'll do everything else on stream. It was fine. DevMiner, I'm gonna blame you for this. I know you have nothing to do with it, but I'm just gonna blame you for it. Not do the Windows has detected a corrupt drive. It's literally gonna format the card. Okay. This is, this isn't fun. Should we just power cycle it again and see if maybe it boots properly then? I don't know. Should we? Stop pulling out power from running Linux installs. Leave it alone. Hardforge says, how was it shut down? I assume I turned off power like any other printer. When I was done using it, I turned it off. Are you supposed to like shut down Clipper machines some other way? Because if I'm supposed to, oops. I have made a mistake. Shut down host top right. Well, I don't know if that was there. Damn it. Shut down Pi from Clipper screen first. Clipper screen wasn't working properly last time. All right, so what do we want to do? Do we want to turn it off, pull the card, wipe the card, reflash Linux? Because, like, realistically, there's nothing special about the Clipper install, I don't think. However, I don't remember how to do any of it. So that's a problem. Rainbow Sports says, while Pies historically have not been great with power loss, I will yank power cords on Clipper machines 100 times a year without a second thought. Okay. So, yeah, this is like a content creator's worst nightmare when something they tested before the stream started worked perfectly fine. And then when they're live in front of, I don't know, it's probably what, 50 or 60 of you hanging out here? 86 of you hanging out here? Only 29 likes, we can fix that. Yeah, when that kind of stuff happens, it's like, oh, it doesn't work anymore. I'm like, oh no, don't do that to me. Get a USB stick, we can fix it. Okay. I can do that. We're gonna hack the Gibson. We're gonna hack the Gibson. Ow! Crap! Right, I can't get back in here. This might not work. I forgot that I can't get back in that way. There's currently a Core 1 blocking the door. So I have to, I'm not going through the other way. Do we have, I need a USB stick. Crap. I can't get through the door. Flashy time. Okay. Well, I can pull, I've got a Prusa drive in this Mark 3.5, so for now, Prusa is going to be used for Linux. Hopefully, oh wait, here's a tiny drive right here. I got a 16 gig drive right here. 16 gig drive. Alrighty, let's see what weird crap's on this drive. If there's anything. That did not come up with anything, which is weird. Oh, okay. These are just, yeah, I don't care about what's on this drive. All right. DevMiner, I do have Discord on this computer, so that might help us. But for some reason, Discord is angry. So let's redo that. You're still at 92%. That is so useless. I'm gonna have to kill Discord manually and then bring it back up. You can try telling it to skip it. If you put the SD card into Windows, you can open the command line .set. That is possible. I'm sorry, peeps. I didn't realize that this was going to be such a problem today. This was not my intention, and I had all these plans of, you know, grandiose fun with all of you, but that unfortunately did not go as planned, as it does. Oh, did my audio cut out? All right, DevMiner, what do we want to do here? What do we want to do? Just pull the card and command line it. All right, screw it. Let's do it. Let's pull the card, command line it, and we'll go from there. Do what Defy said. Okay, I can do that, probably. Hardest part about this is pulling the damn card and then getting it back where it needs to go, because the damn cards for Linux installs suck. Oh yeah, this is a quality NetTech 8 gig drive. Absolute quality. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. So quality. So quality. Ah, well, it's not showing anything. Different card type. For me to go get a new card will take me about 10 minutes. This is what came with the printer. So it's what came with the kit. Was this NetTech card. I can check if this is all just such a disaster from moving everything. Yeah. Does anyone else run NVMe for their printer? I'm not Jeff Geerling, so no. Let's first get the configs backed up. Well, we can't get the card to work, so. Oh, hey, got it. Let's go. All right, so let me bring you guys in on this here. Here. You can do. Do you need the laptop big or do you want the laptop small? I don't know. Back up now. I don't even know how to do that. Like, I'm gonna be straight. I have no clue how to do this. It's just a boot FS that I have available, so. Yeah, cmdline.txt. Okay. We're gonna add fsck dot mode equals skip. I don't use imagers. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. I don't know how this stuff works. Save that. In the video preview channel in the Discord. Okay, I see you. Yeah, if we need something, I'll buzz you in. So far, I think we're just gonna try this for right now and see how that goes. So, let's do that. We can back it up another time. This goes upside down on the underside of a Pi. Truly the worst possible place for an SD card to go. All right, it's in. Power on. Let's see if that's going to do it for us. It is doing some sort of disk check, but it's going really fast, and it instantly stopped at 92%. Damn it. Nah, that didn't work. So that text file did not work. Because it is back to checking progress on the cards. I wonder if it's checking something else. So I don't know how to check what it's checking. That's the thing I'm currently trying to figure out is how to check what it's checking. Considering it was going slow before and at 85, it's now at 92. Well, it was at 92 when I turned it off too. Which board? If Kraken, make sure to use the included generic. Is it a Kraken? I think it is. It's an octopus. It's an octopus. Could the octopus board be dead? Could the octopus? No, because it's the pie. Oh wait. It did stuff. I think it's dead. I have to hit enter to continue. Well, that sucks. All right, I'm gonna read what it says. You're in emergency mode. After logging in, type journal ctl --xb to view system logs. System control space reboot to reboot. Yeah, exactly. Cannot open access to console. The root account is locked. See SU login 8 man page for more details. Press enter to continue. I am unable to get a keyboard and a USB stick. I do not have a spare USB keyboard. I do not have one. I can take the one from the PC here. Oh, wait. Well, this one might have broken. We'll see. It had a 80-pound 2x4 fall into it. I don't know. Let's see if it will still work. Maybe this will work. Maybe it won't. Are there batteries in it? Let's find out. It's got batteries. There's a dongle. There's a dongle and batteries. All right. Maybe this will work. Let's find out. Use the current keyboard. I don't have a... The keyboard controls the streaming PC. We'll try this one. This one had a 2x4 fall on it, so I'm not entirely certain if it functions. But we're going to find out. This is all that I got. I actually don't have many spare keyboards. And all the ones I have are going to be inside. So press enter to continue. Turn that on. Press enter. Oh, enter worked. Nice. Okay, it's reloading. A start job is running. Okay, so stuff is running. Stuff is doing stuff. I'm sorry. Where's that going to show up? Oh, okay. That's probably better for you guys anyways. That's a better view. Did it drop into a shell? I think so. It's just pissed off right now. Yeah, this is a K360 and a K400. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna jump into the Discord channel. Damn it, DevMiner, every single time I try to stream about a Voron, I'm like, oh, I'm prepared. I've got this stuff in the bag. And then it just absolutely deletes itself. I am just... My luck on this machine is really bad. It was working 2 days ago. Yeah. It's still doing stuff. Oh, wants me to hit enter to continue. Okay. Hit enter again. I think it's stuck in a boot loop. Oh, that's the wrong enter. Yeah, it says a start job is running for all these different things. It doesn't tell me. Yeah, dev. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. /dev/disk. By dash part-time ID. I should probably put you on speaker so everybody else can hear you. That would probably be smart. Say hi to the stream.
Hey, stream. I guess we're getting today. Unless you have a Linux laptop, like some laptop that you can
No.
boot into Linux with.
No.
Okay. Then we're not getting the config back.
Okay, so it's basically it's very dead.
Would need that SD card right to the garbage.
Well, there's a problem with this. I don't have another one.
So
I know. I don't have another one handy. I had not expected this. And for me to get that, I have to disconnect my laptop, go around. It is a whole thing for me to go get another SD card. It'll take me about 10 or 15 minutes to do it if I'm successful. Do we think the SD card's just dead? Cool. Look, we tried that. Let me see if any of these other, like, I've got random other printers here. Maybe they have... Wait, there is! There's one in this! Oh, it's another NetTac. Crap. My SB06 has an 8 gig NetTac in it. Look, another quality drive. My computer could read the drive and did not say there was an error with it, for whatever that's worth. Are we sure that it's the Pi? I mean, I'm assuming it's the Pi with the error, correct?
I don't think it's Pi. I think it's the SD card with that partition.
Cool.
Some other people are saying in chat you can technically create an SD card that just points to a USB stick to boot from. But you also don't have a USB stick, right?
Yeah, I've got one. I normally use it for resin printers, but I guess as long as we can clone it later on. Mahendra says nuke it, fresh install, way to go. All right, so I'm gonna turn off the printer, pull the drive out of the Pi.
What we can do is we can actually take a disk image of the entire drive. I can pull you out the files.
Sipakov, it's fine. I don't think there's anything special about this Clipper config, to be honest. I don't think we got far enough for it to matter. So it kind of is what it is. It sucks, don't get me wrong, but it kind of just is what it is at this point. I don't I don't think it's that big of a deal. All right, so I should just format this SD card then?
You know what we can do? We can actually take an image of the SD card and I can pull you out the files. It'll take like, I don't know, how big is the drive?
8 gigs max.
It should take like 10 minutes max. If you want the config. If you don't, then
Well, I've got I can open the config, the config.txt file.
No, that's the config of the bootloader. That's not of Clipper, because Clipper's configuration resides in the Linux part of the drive that Windows can't see because it's Windows.
Love that.
So, yeah. mainsail image, mainsail OS.
All right, yeah, let's do Pi Imager. Let's just do it. Screw it. This stream is sponsored by NetTech SD cards. Wow.
Thanks, NetTech.
You know, I don't actually know. I think this is a 3. Yep, it's a 3. Okay. It's a 3B+. Choose OS. Did it used to be on here?
It's in next. I have to check. No.
Probably other general purpose OS. No. Go back.
Raspberry.
Other yep, other specific purpose. That's where it's going to be because it says 3D printing. So 3D printer operating systems. So mainsail OS. Yeah.
I'm not sure what Voron recommends, but in the end, it's all just gonna be
Good enough.
copy, but Voron configs anyway, so.
Good enough. Ah, wonderful. Now I just do that. And I can do my land stuff now.
I'm so confused.
Hi, Amber. You're on stream. Oh,
We didn't have enough patience.
oh, they sent you home?
Well, yeah.
Wow, geez, they only had you there for like 5 hours?
I was there 11 to 4, so yeah. I got switched around like 3 or 4 times. So finally they're like, yeah, we have to send you home. And I was like, okay. Anyways, hi everyone.
Say hi to the stream, Amber.
I didn't check your stream because I saw you were in here.
Yep. So I think I'm gonna put in the network stuff correct, but I could potentially screw it up. Awesome. Okay.
Hi, stream.
Bye, stream. Wait, no, I'm still here. Bye, Amber. The SD card's gonna be erased. It's fine. I don't care. Okay, now we can go back to the one where you guys can see things. Hi, it's me again. Ah! Anna, I had it working. It was working.
Oh, good. Guess I don't need to.
Right? I even put the hard hat on. Oh, what a bummer. What a bummer. Sip of Coffee has also tried touching metal before handling SD cards. They basically just break from looking at them and never know why.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I don't always do that. I'm not always well grounded. Look at me, I'm unhinged all the time. I'm not grounded at all. And I'm an adult. You can't ground me. Touches wire to body. Think again. Matt's Makerspace says, think I'll stick with my SV08. Oh, all right. I'm going to be a jerk for like 5 seconds. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, wrong way. Camera goes this way. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt. Look at those. You see those two? One of them is minimally getting an index. That's all I'm saying. There's 2 SV08s over there. Matt and I have a rivalry in the Bondtech Discord. I'm not exactly certain why, but that's what makes it great, because it's a friendly rivalry, right? Like, there is no ill will between us. I don't think we've ever even met each other. It's just fun. And in my defense, he started it. Yeah, he's gone to now talking trash about me without tagging me, thinking that I don't look at that Discord. But I do. I see you in there. I see you in there. I see you in there. We're 33% written. I think what I might do, this is to the stream. Oh, we met at Smurf 2023. Okay. I don't remember anything from that long ago. Yeah, I think we're going to end up doing like a Discord only build and hangout stream, where I build and hang out. I know you guys were expecting something totally different from when I said build and hangout stream. Also, I'm noticing that I only have 3 screws holding this up, and I really want a 4th, so give me like 2 seconds to fix that. Here. All right, it saw me now. I need to put another screw into this, or it's really going to upset me. Yeah, Amber says it's not personal. My memory is just not great. It's true. I have now also noticed there's only 3 screws holding this side up, so hold on. Ah! Tool Company, sponsor me! There it goes. Oh, I broke the screw. I think? No. Oh, I hit another screw. Good enough. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Whatever. It's another screw hole. We're still waiting for the... Oh, it completely lost me. Okay, come on back now. Nothing is okay. Everything is... Nope. Find me. You should know... You have no clue where you are, do you? Oh, the whole thing's spun. Hold on. I have never seen this happen before. The whole friggin' camera spun. What? How? Oh, jeez. Why? Damn it, Bobby. Yeah, just... Someone start playing funny hold music, because this is how I feel right now. Huh? They can't, I mean, the microphone's attached to me. They probably can't hear you all that well. Oh yeah, my hold music sucks. When in doubt, use a random piece of metal as a screwdriver. What could go wrong? Oh, jeez. Oh, this poor camera. This poor kid. Ah! I need an adult. You can see the top of my garage. Hey! Now we're back. All right. I do everything right. Even the camera feels sorry. This is so unhinged. You should know by now that a Voron stream is going to be unhinged. Like, this is just... Yeah, quality content. Exactly. Where did I go? Something Cotton Eye Joe. I have no clue either. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, hey, Beard Printer with 10 bucks. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I forgot to put the thing that we do ad-free streams up. So if you do want to support and help me go further into being clinically insane, you can support for as little as you physically want, I guess. But the $10 tier and higher, you get to come hang out in the Discord where you just will probably make a lot of fun of me. So there's that.
It's simply accurate.
I know it's accurate. We got a cool Discord, right, Anna? We got a cool Discord, right?
Yep. They're funny people. People that make money.
If they're not funny, they're funny looking. I mean, that's how it goes.
We also got that.
Every now and then. Sometimes the person being helpful is me. Sometimes it's not. My dad's here. Says, just think you could be doing this on Zoom and Amazon Web Services. Having a nationwide outage now. Oh no. Is AWS having a nationwide outage, Anna?
Fucking any given guy 3 mega. Sorry, I'm just...
Hey, you're live! No cussing!
Sorry.
Now we're PG-13. You drop an F-bomb once and it's PG-13. We're in the verification process, so we're almost there.
No issues.
Tronique says, cuss more, I dare you. Let's not. We try to keep these reasonably family-friendly. The Discord, however, not very family-friendly. It can be, but, you know. I can now remove the SD card from the reader. I have now removed the SD card from the reader. I have the SD card in my hands. I am plugging the SD card into the back of the printer, correct? Or into the back of the Pi.
Yeah, ideally into the pie.
Matt says he needs someone to sponsor him into my Discord so he can twist my noodle. Sir, you have to pay more than $10 a month to twist my noodle, okay? Yeah, it's the Only Grant Rants. OnlyGrantRants.com. Yes, I own that domain. Enjoy.
See any downtime on AWS. Which means I don't get yelled at by my boss.
Oh, the screen's upside down. Generating SSH keys. Booting in 5 seconds.
Bye.
Wow, it was almost dead on 5 seconds. That's awesome. I think that I might have messed it up. We're gonna see. The screen is upside down. Everything is upside down. We had to start all over again because F it. We're an hour and a half into this, and what have we done? We've said, F it. We're just gonna do it live and do it completely over from scratch again. What could go wrong? He said confidently, what is... Oh, I'm like, what is that mark? It is the plexiglass. I'm going crazy. It's fine. Come on! It's still doing stuff. I had to like stand on my head to work on it. I got a hard hat, so I'm okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think I gave it a host name. I need an adult. 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 Rain says I need 2 adults. That's true, Anna. I need another adult. Well, why are things failed? Failed to start something. It's going by too fast. It's still doing stuff. Tronique says they're an adult. I'm only an adult on Tuesdays, and it's Wednesday. My dudes. Nowhere, it's just doing stuff. It's doing the screen scroll, and it's all upside down, and I can't read it. Why is it upside down? Why are the screens not installed right side up? Why do they have to be upside down? Wait, is that legitimately because I installed the screen upside down? I'm fairly certain I followed the instructions. That's fair. I also did it all on stream, so there.
It's probably also so the cables can get routed easier, whatever. So.
Maybe.
You can just change the config later. No, we're not building an ANET A8.
On next week's stream, Grant builds an ANET A8. Sir, I already have printers that are fire hazards here. I've got old printers. Oh no, I've got older printers that don't have any fire safety protection at all.
You also got 2 solos, maybe. Sorry.
Yeah, I want to know what caused the fires on those SV08s. I'm gonna dig into both of these and see, but I have a feeling it was just like a loose connection that shorted out.
Yeah.
In my head, that's what it was. But
I don't see it. Looking at the image, it was basically from the nozzle, so yeah.
But it's a PTC heater, right? The heater shouldn't do that.
I don't know. Hey, chat,
Oh, it wants me to log in.
Then you can probably just use either Python local in your browser or whatever it default set in. Probably it's clip with no, it's clipper.local probably. Or .local or Python.
Ah, Clipper's reporting an error.
Is it?
Wait, how am I able to access it here? When it wants me to log in on the screen.
Well, the Linux login and the Clipper thing are 2 different things. Don't worry about it. One day I'll tell you. So we're 2 Linux systems now. Yeah. But now you probably just need to.
I don't remember the login. I thought it was the stock one for pies.
It's, oh god, why does it not say the default password? Oh,
What's default?
showed my password to my Wi-Fi. That's not helpful. Default username is clip, and password should be clip as well. Let me. Okay. Why do they make a bed slinger so heavy?
Incorrect. But like, it appears that I have access to it on the internet right now. What can I do to verify that I have access to it? Huh?
I was gonna say, try that. In the top right, click shutdown machine. Hey Ben, you're on stream.
The top right. Shut down.
Yeah. And if that I turns off, then you know that's I. Otherwise, it turned off something else.
It just started doing things when I did that.
So then it's probably that thing.
Okay, we got it. I think it works, but we're not logged in. And Rain says yank the power cords. I'm here for that. The screen is lit. as the children would say. But it is... Shut up!
No, you're fine.
I'm not fired. This is my channel. You can't fire me. So how do I restart it?
Now you can plug the phone.
Oh, okay. Now I can unplug the power cable. Okay, okay.
That's the thing for machines.
And I want you to know I am never going to do that. I'm gonna be
100%.
real transparent with you. I'm never going to do that. I am basically building a Clipper network that'll be local only. And that's going to be for the Clipper machines that are in the garage. I have to log in. I just don't know what the login is. But I don't think it matters.
Raspberry.
I tried Pi and Raspberry. It didn't work.
Do you have anything in your Raspberry Pi Picture custom settings?
I don't remember.
Can we open that thing?
I can?
Let me find the button.
Yeah, actually I can.
So
Hold
you
on.
can't so you need to select the thing and then run. Should ask. You click next and then it will ask you.
You know the worst part is, I can see the username, but I don't know what the password is. There is no show password button. I don't remember what it is, but I can see what the username is. So at least I got that.
Let's refresh.
No, we're not doing that.
Yes, the password.
It was Raspberry. The username is different, but the password is still Raspberry. We're gonna change that. We're gonna change that. All right. So
He will be fine from here, right?
no.
It's just normal Clipper settings.
I don't know how to do that.
Just copy the Voron configs into your thing.
What Voron
Follow the
configs?
instructions.
I need an adult. Yeah, I can probably figure this out. Maybe.
But I will be gone for 5 minutes.
All right, bye. Okay, so I need to do what? Trident 300. Trident 300. What? Clipper config. Clipper's not even happy. I don't know why. Oh, it can't open the config file. Okay. Because there is no config file. I don't think Clipper's on this machine. Oh. I'm back on solar. No? No, solar just kicked off. Okay. Is it LDO? Go straight to their site. Okay. Let's go to LDO site. Next steps, software, firmware. LDO Clipper config file. I think I have a Rev A. Good night, Nepo. I think I have a Rev A. I forget how to check what Rev I have. I'm almost certain it's a Rev A. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it's a Rev A as well. But it's an octopus, so this is it. Whoops. Let's go back. That's what we want. I need more brightness. I can't see shit. So what? This is a very stupid question, but I've never figured out exactly what to do with GitHub. So what, do I just like right click and save it? Like, oh wait, download raw file. Okay, I can download the raw file. Unverified download blocked. Download unverified file. Wonderful. So it has no configs. So that's fun. I now have to upload stuff. And again, stupid, but I don't know how to do that.
You can just drag and drop if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But you will have to.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
Change
Oh god, right. This took us so long to figure out. So I know I'm a 300 build, so I can uncomment that. Uncomment that.
You will also have to change the serial ports for the mainboard and the LED.
Cool.
There at the very top. I think I'm in the correct config at least. I'm not. Nice.
Well, this is just the octopus config.
What did they have? They have a config link somewhere. God damn it, guys.
Yeah, so I'm on the LDO one. Then there's the official Voron software installation. Oh, okay. So I have to build the firmware image now. This is well beyond my comprehension. I thought we were going to be so much farther than this. We're literally starting over the thing that made me rage quit this machine the first time.
Yippee.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous. Gonna be honest. I'm very nervous. Oh, if you already flashed the octopus, you don't need to again. Right. That's fair.
Unless they're different clipper versions.
Oh yeah, it could be a different Clipper version. Hmm.
They will probably be. So, yeah, fun.
Yeah, but Clipper isn't working. So we get an error for Clipper.
Yeah, because you have to. So, what we have to do first is we have to flash Clipper on the mainboard and the toolhead, and then we have to change the configuration to look for the correct serial IDs.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So we got the octopus. So now we need like actual Clipper All right, so yeah, sudo apt install make cd tilde.
That stuff should be installed already.
Oh, okay.
I am not 100% sure though. Just SSH onto the Pi. Should be Google by link SSH Pi at server.local. Plus terminal or doing similar things and put PuTTY.
Hold on, sorry. I have terminal access on the Pi because Clipper screen isn't installed, so I can just, it's upside down, but I can just use the Pi screen. I don't have to do anything. I can just read the Pi screen.
Trust me, SSH will be it'll be handy.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'll get PuTTY back up.
Or Windows terminal. Oh, sorry. You're already the Pi or?
No. That I never shut it down from last time. What the heck is this going to be called?
Pi at clipper.local.
Pi at.
Or actually just clipper.local.
22 port. Nope. Now I've changed the host. Should I use the host name that I've used?
Oh yeah.
The 3DM Trident local. Okay, so that's 3DM.
Just drop these games.
Accept it. Login as.
Looks good.
I'm in. I'm in the Gibson.
Do you wanna full screen your laptop share?
Oh.
Actually, simple.
Yeah, let's do that. So, laptop with webcam instead.
It's about wrong webcam, but that's fine.
Yeah, I know. That's the Elgato webcam. Yeah, it's this one. I know what it is. Look at this. The Voron moron is trying to be not a Voron moron.
Grant moron with a moron Posner.
Yep. Clipper.
Oh, sorry, stream delay. Yeah, CD Clipper.
Okay.
To be fair, we should maybe first check that it's with the serial ports. That might actually detect the other ones.
LS back out of it.
No, it's fine. Also, LS is not for changing paths. LS is literally just for listing.
Well, fine.
Alright, we should probably do the serial ports first.
Okay.
So we know which one to switch.
Okay.
Does your Voron have two USB ports plugged in? Or three?
No, just one.
How does the mainboard, the toolnet communication work on the LDO or?
I don't know. It's not CAN. The Pi is connected to the Octopus via USB-C, but that's it.
Okay. Interesting. Alright.
Project in Dad's Garage, I have printed many things with this, but the freaking SD card died. In fact, this part right here was printed on the Voron, last time we tried it, but we had issues with the internet last time. Now, the SD card corrupted, we gotta start all over again! So that's where we're at. I'm not mad. I'm...
Because I get to spend more time on stream. Because it shouldn't be a big bad one.
I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
So am I. Alright. Let me look up some stuff on the LEO board. So I can sort of see how it's hooked up. So we don't accidentally flash the wrong firmware. That would be annoying. Which batch are you? Why do they have so many different versions for their things? What the hell? Is it just an Nighthawker speed?
I'm sorry?
What's on the toolhead? What tool?
Stealth burner?
The stealth burner and the PCB inside of it?
I don't know.
Is it like almost a square, or is it a
I have no clue. It's all put together. I can't see it. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's probably
It's a Rev A kit. That's what I know.
pretty helpful, I guess.
I assume it's not very helpful at all.
Why is there a Rev A listed in their bomb?
Because
So
that
Rev
would be
A,
easy.
I guess so.
Did I sew the PCB in the OG stream? Probably. I probably did. But, I'm not going back to find it. I thought it was like a triangular board, but then it goes down to a square board that's like a pinout. It uses like a 40-pin header of some sort. Matt's Makerspace, welcome to Grant's Purgatory. Pretty much.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's just a normal breakout board then. That's not actually a tool head board.
I'm going to text
Make
Steve
this up.
builds because Steve will at least enjoy my pain on this one.
That is the wiring guide. What am I doing? Right, yeah, you only have one MCU. That's the one of the octopus. Okay, this makes this relatively easy.
There. I texted Steve to let him know. Oh, I can tell you what Rev the Octopus is. I can read that.
Oh no, that's not the problem. It
Oh.
was that basically the Rev C, I would say. It was the Rev C that got the different board. Oh no, Rev D got the Nighthawk board, which gets a second USB cable. And Rev A and C don't. I don't know where B went. Missing probably.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. The more you question it, the worse it gets.
Especially with 3D printers. Switch over to the terminal again.
Sure. And Badoop. There we go. Oh, in Discord?
Discord. If I can type my terminal.
I'm getting tagged in my own server for shit. That's what you want me to run?
There should only be one result. This is basically literally just following the Voron setup.
There you go. It's an STM32 F44 6XX.
And you just copy that entire thing and paste it into the Clipper config.
I don't have a Clipper config. Whoops. How the son of a bitch. Huh?
Double click and then right click, I think. Buddy.
No, damn it. Oh, you actually need me to paste that in there, right?
The Clipper config, which
Okay, in the
probably don't want.
browser here. I don't have a Clipper config file yet.
I sent it to you. Also on the same channel. Oh yeah, well, you just need to rename the printer -octopus-rev-8.cfg to.
I do?
Yeah, the one that's right in the middle. Right there.
So that's just printer?
Just need to rename it. Yeah, we need to rename this to just printer.cfg.
Okay. And then where, I gotta paste this somewhere in here, right?
The top section, there's an MC block, and there it says serial, replace with your serial. Just paste that again.
Ah.
925, sorry, 27. Well, no, for you it's 25. But you get your config. I'm in a different repository. What the hell?
Alright, I'm gonna save and restart, right?
Yep. And it's probably gonna yell at you because it's no different or no Clipper, but we can fix that.
I uncommented the stuff. Oh, son of a bitch. Hold on.
You said most.
I can do that. Bitch is fine. I guess it wants me to re-comment the stuff that I uncommented. Even though it says uncomment.
But not the commented.
Yeah. Uncomment below. Nope. Z position in section Z tilt must be specified. Okay. Z position in Z tilt. So I gotta find Z tilt.
Why did you get the config for it?
What?
Why did you get a config for a Trident?
Because this is a Trident.
What's the difference? Oh, sorry. Yeah. My fault.
Why do I have the config for a Trident? It's because it's a Trident.
Why am I looking at the config for a 2.4? Now that makes more sense now. Whoops.
You think?
Not quite sure yet. But
Oh man, you know the worst part is I had my home was set dead nuts perfect for this. And it's not gonna work anymore, is it? I'm gonna have to put home back to, I'm gonna have to refine home again. Damn it, option points must be specified. Dang it, Bobby, I just did that. Meh. Let me see if Steve's gotten back to me. I apparently missed hashtag the points. No, Steve has not seen my text message yet. We'll see if he saved my number in his phone. It's Z-tilt. All right, Z-tilt. I uncommented. Oh, I guess I have to uncomment where it says points, don't I? I bet I do. I was trying to listen to what I did previously. That's funny. Steve is streaming with Modbot. They're about to end. Ah, okay. Sensor type under extruder must be specified. All right. Hey, we're moving in the right direction, all right? Extruder.
Are we talking?
I just work here, okay?
So this is Wendy's.
Yeah. All right, under extruder, we need something.
That's 218, I guess.
Well, we can definitely have the pressure advance.
But it is which one do we need?
Yeah, all right, we'll leave it. What was it yelling at me for?
189 to 118. It's not commented. Probably because, well, we don't know what the correct thermistor types.
I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure that's what it is.
It says the kit ships with ATC semi-tech, blah blah blah. Check your thermistor type if you have bought it with an integrated thermistor, but you probably don't because you didn't want it.
I have a Revo.
Oh.
I'm going to assume this is right. It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Hey! Oh, wait. No, Clipper shutdown. No, don't do that.
Hi, Chris. Goodbye.
Hi, Chris. We're live.
Oh, set up range. Let's go. Got the wrong.
Hey, Chris. You know what's really fun? When you get your printer online, and then you're like, hey, let's stream, and it's a few days pass, and then you go live and you turn your printer on and your SD card is corrupt and you lose everything and you have to go back through the hell of Clipper.
We need to have you back up.
Did I just accidentally emergency stop the printer? I think I did. Dang it. MCU shutdown, ADC out of range. This generally occurs when a heater temperature exceeds configured min or max temp. Okay. Once the underlying issue is corrected, the firmware restart command. I'm just going to restart it and see what happens. No.
Did you save and restart, or did you save and...
I didn't save anything. I wanted to learn a little bit more about it.
That's one way.
Okay, we got all that.
That it's a good chance that you have the pin wrong for one of the thermistors. It was working before.
Okay, CDH put it in there. Hold on. ATC.
We are live on right now.
-4 R02 5H42G. Okay, so that is correct. The pin setting for the bed or extruder thermistor is set incorrectly, likely. That's fair. Min temp 10, max of 270. That's under the extruder. Bed heater. So that's got it. Max power of 0.6. Min temp is 0. Max is 120. That's all normal. I'm not... Oh, the actual pin might be wrong.
I just said temp minus 100 on both, and it should reach. At least we get Clipper to start up and show us where it's thinking.
Okay, I can do that. That's a good idea. I like that. Who said that? CDH. Nice. Thank you. Here's where you have to see where you plug them into board. I don't freaking know. I don't freaking know at all. This was this was a year ago. Oh, it's still mad. I did, yeah. It's still angry. Yeah, all they want is the LDO Clipper config file, which is this, which is what we have.
For the Voron this time, in the what's text channel, if you want to look at it.
Yeah, Rain is right. Just do a physical check. Everything just turned off.
Don't mess in the printer when it's running, I guess.
Well, now it's not running, so I guess we can check it more.
Because the 30 volts, whatever.
I see what happens, and immediately I don't see the kit to solve it. Could I solve it with this kit? Maybe?
Josh, that pepper is that eye is turned off.
Oh, those are solder. Oh, wait, no, they're not. I think I see a problem. Yeah, I bumped something. I don't know what I bumped. I think I bumped this stuff here. Here, let's turn that off. So there's a segment of wires. It's these three. There are 3 wires that it's just the JST pins. That's it. So what I want to do, and I need to just understand how that works here. Okay, you're a 2x6, or you're a 2x3, excuse me, so you're a 6. Do I have that in here? I do not. Dang. All right, so I just have wires that could contact each other, but currently aren't. So I'm gonna keep them away from each other.
Do you have any heat shrink to slide over them? Or
Oh, you know what? That's really smart. Probably. Yeah, let's see what we can find. Of course, the shop is more of a disaster than normal because I installed the shelves. Well, Amber helped me install the shelves. I could not do it on my own. Oh yeah, there's meat trick. Look, as much as I like not spending a ton of money on stuff, these little heat shrink kits are kind of amazing. Alrighty. Chris, genius idea. Do I have a lighter? I don't know if I have a lighter out here, though, but I guess ultimately that doesn't matter too much. Yep, I'm just sleeving it. All right, we're going to sleeve the middle one. Nope. Nope, that one's too tight. Stop it, D-Gens. Damn it, Anna. All right, so my thought is... if one of them is protected, they all should be... if, like, the center pin is protected, then the rest of it's probably fine.
You know which pins it is? Which pins?
Yeah, I do. I need my headlamp. I can't see a damn thing in there. And I happen to have a headlamp here handy, so I'm just going to put it on and use it. Oh, okay. Yeah. It doesn't look like that these two things are the same, but here they are. They are absolutely together, and they're absolutely the same. I'm not certain why these JST header pins are single pins and, you know, not something special, right? Where it's not just like a connector. One's black, one's white, one's red. So. Huh?
The connector shroud.
I'm sorry?
It's the connector shroud.
There is no connector shroud. It doesn't exist. There was never one with the kit. Yeah. Females, too. Yeah, they're like the JST 2.54s. They're just missing the little connector that goes in them. No big deal. I'm going to do what Chris said. I'm just going to manually cover them, put them back in, and life will be good. I'm doing them one at a time so that I don't accidentally get them messed up. Chris, that was a A-class idea with the heat shrink. Absolutely class. Oh, the hard part is aligning everything because the heat shrink's a little bit bigger than the pins. Nope, that one's too easy of a joke to make, Chris. Too easy of a joke to make. All right. Every one of these is now protected. They are back in the same order. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. All right. Look at that. It means I'm not as dumb as I look.
Time for self-deprecation. Well, we still haven't fixed the...
I say, what was I doing before we started this? Right. Yeah. Hot end is number 2. CT is number 3. So I guess the bed's number 1, theoretically. Yeah, checking which thermistor port's populated. Right. Andrew Rogers with the $10 saying, for the Is It Fixed Yet fund. Yeah, I get it. All right.
The next stream we tried tuning and shop work this time, but really.
Huh. The Pi's online.
Right?
But I can't connect now to Moonraker.
It might just be still starting up. Moonraker's a little slow sometimes.
Same. I said same.
Just reload the tab, I guess, without clicking try again, but reloading in the top left, I guess. Should be the same thing as what Ray suggested with closing the tab, reopening it.
I'll just control F5 it too. Same thing.
We just noticed a keyboard die.
It doesn't even smell like blue smoke.
Anything, odds are you would have nuked the MC board and not the Pi. So.
But there's lights on the octopus. There are lights there. And I'm sure I have other BTT boards here. I don't want to use them obviously, but I'm sure I have some. Ah. Here. I got a bag for what's in this big tree tech bag? Eddy coils. Eddy. These are all like Eddy stuff. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if any of these were going to be motherboards. I'm like, I have another motherboard right here. No, I don't. Yeah, the Pi I'm in. I logged into the Pi. That works.
Guess it's time to look at log files.
But isn't the Pi the thing that connects to the internet?
Can you paste in the command for him to check to see if the printer service is currently?
Sure.
And I just have to do that on the Pi screen on the screen on the machine, right?
Does SSH not work?
It's not online. So,
That would explain it.
from what I can tell, it's not online. Rain said I'm a little scared something shorted. I just want him to get a visual on what ports are populated. Yeah, well, we found something that definitely caused the board to shut down, but it was a soft shutdown. It wasn't a hard shutdown. So, all right, yeah, let me do this. So sudo, no, sudo space systemctl space status space moonraker dot service password.
The password you Holy Raspberry.
It returns something. It's upside down and hard to read.
Just take a screenshot with your phone, I guess.
Yeah, it's fair.
Sure,
It's the best way to do it. Feel like an Instagram baddie having use my phone upside down, you know? All right, I'm going to edit it so I can flip it around for you. I'm told that a fresh tab for some reason seems to work, so I'm just going to duplicate the tab. No, did not work. All right, I'm going to throw it in voice chat. Give me a second. Look, if we nuke something, we nuke something. It is what it is. I love how this would be the second Voron stream that I've said, things work. We've got it running, and things don't work, and we don't have it running, and we're totally failing. Yeah, I'm going to read this alongside of you. So, MCU is unable to connect. You want me to reboot it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also not going to help you if it's not connected to the internet. Well, Wi-Fi, I guess. Not a problem.
But isn't that the Pi that handles the Wi-Fi?
But it should still connect to Wi-Fi. For some reason it didn't. But yeah, that's also a problem. Right. Actually power cycle the printer by literally unplugging power. Well, shutting down the Pi first.
I don't know how to shut down the Pi.
Just literally write power off without a space. Or sudo power off, I guess. Sudo space power off.
Oh, I'm still in the Moonraker log. How do I get out of that?
Q. Just press Q.
Okay. Alright, powering down. Okay. When is the Pi officially off? When the little...
Space off.
Okay, because the lights on the Pi are still on. And now what? Pull power? Okay.
Probably it's the mainboard not fully booting up again. Because, well, if you just reboot the Pi, the mainboard is still initialized in like some version of Clipper.
Right.
Or just like initialized version of Clipper and then it gets really confused. So, yeah.
Alright, Pi's up and running.
And that status command should at least spit out something useful again. I mean, active running is a status, but not the status I want to see.
Okay, I'm logged back into the Pi. I guess I can hit reload and see if that does anything. Nope. Beans.
That's a problem.
Are maybe those wires supposed to touch? And by insulating them, we've done something?
Which ones?
It's these three wires. They're just south
Three.
of the XN stop. Yeah, there's three wires that are perpendicular to the XN stop on it. I'm not even certain what they do, to be honest with you. They're supposed to have a plug, and they don't.
Like, are they on the driver's side?
No, they're on the other side. They're just south. Well, yeah, they're right below the XN stop port.
I think your microphone cut out on this part, by the way.
Oh. Just south of the XN stop port.
Okay, hold up, I'm gonna get my outputs out.
Nathan said, I'm wondering if the host name is different. Oh, hey, Steve. Steve, you should check your text messages. Unless you've already replied to me. You have not replied to me. Steve, I need an adult. So, Steve, I had it. So last time we tried working on this, we couldn't get it onto the network properly. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I got it onto the network properly off stream. We go to turn it on here, and the Pi is dead. Well, it doesn't know what's going on, right? It's as dumb as the day is long. It's like me. And so we reflashed it, SD card and all that. And we were trying to figure out what thermistors go into where. I touched a wire. Everything went dark. And we found a port that has 3 wires that have no connector dingus on it. They just have the female pins that go into the male pins. And, I mean, the octopus still lights up. I can get to the Pi. It's upside down, but it's on the screen. So I'm not certain what happened there. But now we can't get Moonraker to turn on. And we don't know why. So, I just thought, if nothing else, you would find this reasonably comical. Steve said, bring it with you to Colorado. I don't think I can. It's way too heavy. I don't even know how to ship printers like this. So yeah, I don't know what I did wrong. You want me to run that sudo system CDL again?
No, do ifconfig or IP space A on the Pi. And send a screenshot.
All right, I got its IP. You want to try logging into the IP?
IP, the same one that you're trying to open in the browser.
No.
He's using the NDS name.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. Yep.
168.50.96. That's what it is. 192.168.50.96. Oh, damn it. My numpad isn't there. 192.168. Where'd it go? 50.96. No, it doesn't like that.
What's it saying? What is the error code at the very last line?
Error network changed.
Your network's reconnecting to Wi-Fi, maybe. Try reloading again.
Took too long to respond. Yeah, you know what? Let me make sure my laptop is on, if it didn't change to the 5 gig network. Nope, it's on the right network. So. Yeah, 192.168.50.96. That's what I see.
Can you run the same command that I posted earlier, but instead of Moonraker, put...
Oh, there's a 50.255, but that's a broadcast IP.
That's a broadcast IP, that's not helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, just take the IP and ping it in.
Oh, just literally ping it?
Well, yeah, literally just ping it.
Okay. Ping 192.168.50.96. Nope. It is not pingable. Dang. Wait. What? It says there's 0%. Oh, because destination host is unreachable, period. Wait.
It gets the reply from your router.
Oh, my router's .50.53? Yeah, I guess so.
For some reason, yes, apparently. I guess that's fine.
Dang it, Bobby!
Can you try pinging google.com from the Pi itself?
Sure. Is it the same as the command prompt? Just ping space google.com? Did the Pi just forget how to survive?
It might be the SD card that's dying.
Temporary failure in name resolution. What the actual heck does that mean?
Try pinging 1.1.1.1, which is Cloudflare. 4 months.
Waiting.
Probably just
Unreachable.
disconnect from the Wi-Fi.
But that's weird.
If it's the Wi-Fi, then it's blocked with access.
No. This is a clean. This is a clean setup. Oh wait, we're there. It's working. Wait, what?
No. Is that?
It's destination host is unreachable. Oh, it's telling me the attempt. No, yeah, it can't. It can't see things. All right, so it's off the Wi-Fi again.
What's the command? NMTY, I think. Oh god.
Also, how do I stop this? Is it just Control C? Yeah, it is. It's the same.
Yeah, let's see. Chris is also sending me answers. Well, other commands to try. So, run the command I sent you in also as your text. That'll show all connections that the Pi knows.
The IPA.
First. Where's my message? Discord.
It's not there.
Messages are getting ignored. Nice.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I wonder, is my 2.4 gigahertz network down?
Go to like any page on that.
Yeah, let me try let me try Steve builds.
Because you can see all my messages in Discord, right? Just to confirm.
I think my 2.4 gigahertz network is down.
It's 30 giga.
Yeah, look at that. My laptop just went no Wi-Fi. Oh, you guys can't see that. My laptop just went no Wi-Fi. What the actual hell? Look, there's no connection on the. Oh, we can play the game though. Come on, guys. Oh, this is the best stream ever. We're gonna play the no internet game. Best stream ever.
It doesn't actually have internet, I guess.
But they're both on the same network. Is somebody trying to DDoS my house right now? Oh.
I don't think so.
That wouldn't take the Wi-Fi. Does your laptop see any other wireless networks currently?
Probably. I can try to connect this to the 5 gig network, but then it's not gonna... It's on a different VLAN at that point.
It sees your 5 gig one, try to connect to it on the laptop. See if it can or not.
Okay. That's weird that the whole 2.4 gig network went down. It shouldn't have done that.
No, this is what we're testing.
I'm doing really good on the game, though, Chris. Come on. This is what people call quality content right here, okay?
But now we definitely need to rename the stream.
Grant plays a no internet game. But it's funny because the stream is still up because the streaming PC is hardwired to the network. This is very funny to me. Oh god, it's light mode. My eyes burn. Am I gonna get a new high score on stream? This is gonna be great if this actually happens. Everyone's excited for this, guys. Put it in the chat if you're excited for the dinosaur game. I mean, come on, this is truly... This is gaming at its absolute pinnacle. Like, absolute pinnacle of gaming right here. Damn it. I wasn't even halfway. All right, now we can try the 5 gig network. Yeah, look at that. I can, yep. Let's connect to the 5 gig. It's a different VLAN. That worked. So let's see. Yep. Okay. I spelled his name wrong. but I can see that. So let's go back to the other VLAN of the 2.4. It's there. Okay.
Maybe it works with the Pi. Maybe you have to restart the Pi. You probably have to restart the Pi.
Yeah, let's just do that. Sudo reboot, right?
Interesting that your Wi-Fi just sends to nope.
I mean, it's Spectrum, so I'm not too surprised by it. And it's 5:30 in the afternoon, so I'm really not surprised by it.
Well, your Wi-Fi is handled by access points and routers, so
Yeah, that's fair.
thanks Spectrum doesn't.
Spectrum's not responsible for that, but we can still blame them for it, right?
Sure.
Great. We're all on the same page now.
Well, sounds cool. What the hell?
Everyone says it was truly peak content. I mean, come on, that's a win. All right, let's hit the reload. Hey! Oh, I don't know what the hell happened, but look, man, nothing is dead. Let's go.
So many questions.
I have so many questions too. I don't know what caused this. I don't know what the... We did nothing. We did literally nothing. Oh, MCU still isn't up. It might be toasty. What? Which MCU? The Octopus MCU?
That would be, yeah. So it's still your ADC out of range.
We should be getting it. Yeah, you're right. I'm not feeling a lot of heat on the ADC for the Octopus. Stepper drivers are a little warm. Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit above ambient. It's about the same temperature as the stepper driver. Hey, there it is. MCU's out. Let's go. All right. Look, I've never been happier to see an error in my life. All right. We got it. MCU is out. Can it at least tell us? See, I wish it could at least tell us what's out. Right?
And now it's saying unable to connect.
Oh!
So I might just restart should just do it. So restart should just do it if you click the button. Grant, quick question. Am I free to take off the 7 linear rod? And can I take out the bearing without stuff falling out or not?
Of what printer?
It's an Anycubic i3 Mega, so it just has 2 linear rods with bearings.
Are the bearings like Element UUs, or are they the MGN rails? Like, what does the rail look like?
They're rods.
They're rods?
Rods plus the thing around it.
Okay, be very, very careful when you remove it. You should be fine. The balls should not fall out. But you got a spare hard drive magnet laying around?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm just gonna slide over my tool head over them without having to take them off. Good, okay.
Okay, you can do that too.
If you stay careful, I'm just not gonna do it.
It shouldn't. That doesn't mean it won't. Right?
That's exactly why I'm trying to not
Yeah, you don't want to play 52 pickup with tiny little bearing balls, and that's why I always keep a hard drive magnet handy when I'm working on bearings, because if the balls are going to fall out, the hard drive magnet will catch them. So Clippy is still trying to connect. I'm not a fan of this right now. Nope. What the heck, man?
Can you write this command from earlier again? That I sent in the voice chat.
Inside the pie, you want me to try it?
You should be able to do SSH again as well. If you want to have that tiny bit of life comfort.
The sudo system CTL, that one?
No, it should be an ls command with dev usb dev/serial/whatever. Scroll
That.
down.
Okay, I got it. Let me... I gotta log in. And what is that? So... Incorrect. What? Okay, I'm in.
Are we talking about SSH?
LS. Oh, I'm not doing it that way. I'm cheating. Yeah.
That's fine.
No such file or directory. Here, all right, hold on. I'm gonna go back into it. Give me a second. Just copy that. I'll do it in putty for you. How do I hate that I have to just like close and reopen putty every time. It's very annoying.
I prefer to use just Windows terminals, right?
I know you do.
For this. But yeah. You can at least make a profile next time. Where it's just you click, you tell it then save sessions, you give it a name, and then you just click save, and then you can just double click it next time. But you have to give it a name, and where it says save sessions, yeah. I am enjoying the 15 or more delayed stream lag.
Yeah. Welcome to my world. All right, so you want me to run that command, that one?
Let's see. Give me a sec.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Oh, did your octopus die? I wonder.
The lights are on.
Plugging the USB-C cable from it and plugging it back in.
Live?
That should be fine, yeah. If it's only the USB-C cable. Oh, and obligatory, don't touch the mains wiring.
But it tastes so good.
Just like resin. No.
Yeah. Don't do that. Should there be blinking lights? I got a red light and a blue light.
I don't have my blinking lights decoder thingy for.
Oh. Well, they're not blinking, so it doesn't matter.
Try to rerun the command.
Sure. No dice. Rip. Why is this my luck? Like, why is this my luck?
It's a great stream archive for if anyone's Clipper machine breaks, they can just watch the stream. Or the archives of it. That's not what this is supposed to be, right?
No, I mean, I'm literally going to tell people just to avoid my channel about it. Okay, take the buy/ID out is what I'm told now. By Joe Rust. You got nothing. It didn't matter. Should I just LS and see what happens?
Well, LS in the current directory will just show you all the stuff in there.
Yeah.
/c is the important stuff.
But there is no dev folder. There never was a dev folder.
But the dev folder is in slash instead of where you currently are at Magic. Can you run the command that I sent in voice chat text and then plug and pre-plug the post? It's gonna show us all what the kernel is thinking about the magic board, basically. Oh yeah, Raspberry Pi. Raspberry. Dark third dimension. No, it doesn't matter. The star just means the same thing, basically.
Nothing's happening.
Why is it taking so long? Oh, you copied the backticks.
Oh, dang it.
Control C and move the backticks.
My bad. Ah!
Oh, no, text. Yeah, expected.
Oh my god, there's so much.
Alright. That's what she said.
Well, there's a couple that are red, and I assume that's not supposed to be like that.
Well, this is running in watch mode, so if we unplug and plug stuff back in, it's gonna tell us.
So what do you want me to unplug?
The octopus. Octopi is a different thing.
Okay.
Octopus and plug it back in. And it should be telling us stuff.
Unplugged. And gonna plug it back in.
I think it's dead. That looks dead. R.I.P.
We did it! There's no! All electronics run on blue smoke. There is no blue smoke from this machine. There is no blue smoke smell. I refuse. I am not signing a DNR on this patient. But you know what's interesting? So I've always wanted to prove that I'm like half decent at soldering. If we killed it, it's probably something easy that we killed, right? It would probably short out a transistor. We could probably get the piece and fix it. But if we shorted something...
Except that's probably a transistor inside of the CPU, which is... especially if it's for the thermistor sensor or something.
Steve, I think this printer is cursed. These three wires. Oh, let me just back. I mean, I'll just trace them back. No, that's not that bad. It's fine where they go. Oh no, never mind. They're very much stuck. No, they're not coming out. Okay, so
Can you open the image that I sent in voice chat text on your phone and show us where the cables are? That might or actually no, just do it on screen, I guess. I don't know. I think.
it's the three red ones. Right there.
Okay. I have the documentation somewhere. Octopus.
It's the three red male pins. So what you're saying is I have 6 spare motor drivers and a dead octopus.
Basically.
They touched each other, and it put it into a soft. It put it into a soft reboot, from what I could tell. By the way, that's happened like a bunch of times. It was something that happened when we first built the machine, and I said, "This is ridiculous. Why is there not a cover on it?" Nobody had answers for me, so we just went about our day.
That's the white pixels. It should be fine.
I don't even have NeoPixels on this machine.
What is it plugged into then?
The cable chain that goes up to the top. I never installed the NeoPixels.
So it's just dangling in there.
No, it goes up to the... It's the NeoPixels, I think, that are on the tool head, right? Yeah.
37. Stop search here, useless again. Try installing Marlin. Nice one.
Lol, got him.
Well, at least it's not wet for them.
I mean, I guess so.
That's... Yeah, if the USB from the port is literally not registering anything.
I'm now physically... I'm taking a picture of the board, and I'm zooming in on that photo so I can see if maybe... If these are just LEDs, why don't I just pull them out? Who cares? Yeah. We don't care about them. Just pull them out. Who gives a damn? Out they go.
So for people that want to references in terms of build guide and set.
Or just don't. Oh, you're probably not a mod.
Oh, I think it's just
Yeah, because you're not a mod. Hold on. I can fix that. I can fix that. Hold on. Post a regular chat message.
interesting that YouTube just removes them again.
I have that set. Mods can do it. Now you're a mod, so now you can post messages. Or links. So should we here, since we're still connected, let's disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, honestly, I'm like half tempted to reboot this thing and see if those wires have any impact.
I don't think that's gonna do anything. I'm currently looking at the Octopus. They had one specific jumper that you can set if you unplug all of the mains wiring and whatever. That you can use it in USB only mode, so that we can at least sort of get it to work without all the main stuff on there.
Why don't we just reboot this thing and turn it back on and see if that does anything?
I guess you can try that.
Yep, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it the regular way by just killing power. No, I don't care.
Before next SD card dead.
At this point, I have reason to believe that we have just killed a motherboard live on stream, so... And there was no blue smoke. Like, I don't even have something to yell about.
Almost no reward.
Yeah, there's no reward. Like, come on. Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. It's interesting because, like, the lights are still on for the Octopus.
I'm currently looking if we can maybe force it into the upload state so that we can just refresh Clipper. It's not. What was the DFU mode?
All right, what am I supposed to type in here? Let me see. The NMCLI connection show, that's what you want me to do?
No, the pseudo D MESG. Right above my Voron, right above the main word picture. you're...
Okay, I got it. Yep. No! I'm not doing that.
Follow the very bottom of the instructions. There's the stuff that you have to configure. Hopefully.
Okay, so I got it running on the Pi screen. So now if I just unplug the USB, it should show something live.
Alright.
Nothing happened.
Joe, the Pi connects to the Octopus via a USB A to USB-C cable, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we could probably just upload the printer again. I mean, we're gonna have to anyway, probably.
So, all right, stream, chat, whatever. Is it dead?
Probably not. It's still flashing. It said it shouldn't be flashing. Or flashing, lighting up at all.
Yeah, I've got a red light and a blue light.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Sorry, I dropped my microphone. Hold on. I gotta get it. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. I hit the microphone. Oh, no. Where's Luke from Big Tree Tech when you need him? Where's Luke? I dropped you guys. Normally you guys get dropped because of Spectrum. This time you got dropped because of me. Okay. So what are we doing? I'm sorry.
So half of Ray saying the board is dead, and I'm thinking that it's just Clipper. Because, well, it should technically, you might be able to just force it into EFU mode, which is the uploader mode, but for that it's slightly unfortunate.
How do we do that? I'm not doing that.
Awful.
If I'm doing that, I'll just buy a new board.
It's gonna be hard. Speed port, but it's your character's jumper, you must provide power with main. It's fine. I wonder if we can force it to restart. Oh, next to the USB-C port on the next to the USB-C port on the
Yeah, there's a micro SD card.
on the other side there's a reset button. Hold that for 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure.
Then let go and then it should technically appear in the, according to a bunch of people, it should appear in the USB device log. Maybe. If not, then it's probably actually dead. RIP. See anything change?
We have to give it the proper burial. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, I do believe we have killed a motherboard. I'm gonna need a 21 firearm salute. Yeah, give me the salute emoji in the chat. I think we killed an octopus. Why is it? It just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. Wait, I have Luke on WhatsApp. What funny thing are we gonna send to Luke?
So, what's for dinner?
Oh, perfect. Absolutely. That is absolutely, yeah. We'll send him a picture of it.
But it's not too impressive.
Is that calamari, right? Calamari's fried octopus, right?
Food first. Calamari is the Italian word for squid, so technically not.
Damn it. Takoyaki. Yeah, it would be squid. It's an octopus. So shouldn't it be an 8-arm salute? Beautiful. I can't go with the 21 squirt guns. Rain Motorsports, the $10 says, my contribution after my last contribution contributed to the need to have a contribution. You're good, dude. This is what happens. This is what happens. All right, I'm asking him if he wants takoyaki for dinner. I think I killed this octopus on stream. Thankfully, Luke is a good guy. He'll find that enjoyable. Now I want to know what died, because I kind of want to try to fix it. There's a part of me that like has the desire to prove to the stream that I'm not an idiot. And I feel like this only hurts my credibility by killing a motherboard on stream. But you know what? That's at least meme-worthy, and, you know, that's any press is good press. What is this? Dumbass Florida man does dumbass Florida things. You ready to solder an STM32? I mean, I could... It doesn't look too bad, all things considered. It's not reballing anything, so it's not that bad. There's 5-volt ground and data pin for the RGB header. You could have fried the STM32. Dev Miner, you're not supposed to give me money. You're literally the one helping me. Don't donate. Thank you for the 10 euros, but don't donate. You're the one helping me. Oh my God, Kegel! Use the thermal camera to see if I can find the broken component. We have the technology. We have the technology. Oh my God, you're totally right. We need to do this. Oh, we need to do this. Hold on. Oh, we're not done yet. We have a thermal camera. We have a thermal camera. I got to put the software on here, though. Yeah, we might have nuked it. Yeah, yeah. Cool. I'll see how Luke wants it killed, if it is actually dead, and maybe we'll do a little Florida Man experience for our Discord, because I have a feeling the way Luke's going to want me to kill it is not a way that I can put on YouTube. The only, like, legitimately not demonetizable way is thermite. Every other way involves demonetization, because, yeah, improved download protection. No. Damn it, Chrome, let me... I understand that you don't like this software. It's fine. Let it go. I'll uninstall it when we're done. I am just curious to see if this will work. I don't want your damn lemonade makes life. Take the lemons back. Yeah, wait, hold on. Hold on. Here. Take the lemons back. Here's a lemon. Take it back. I don't want it. I don't want the lemon. Take it back. This is from the bamboo video. That's one of the lemons from the video. One of the lemons that I didn't destroy. I am not going to restart my computer. You don't need me to restart my computer. You can absolutely go to hell for that. TC view. Yeah. I don't care. This laptop is no longer secured. So I unsecured the laptop so I can do this kind of stuff with it. Let's see if it recognizes it.
I've seen it plenty of times that Windows just refuses to load driver. Just you did. Best of luck.
Ah! It crashes here too. So it crashes on a Ryzen computer and it crashes on an Intel with AV1. Try it again. Come on. If not, I can try to scoot in to the house. Nope. All right. App instantly crashes. Of 0 value. Absolutely 0 value.
You also have the power of just touching it and checking what's on.
Yeah, but that's not fun. Yeah. What's fun is using the $150 thermal camera that you bought. That is way better than it has any reason to be. But people in our Discord actually had like luck with it. I haven't. I don't have the other phone with me. Let me see if I can just drag my happy ass inside. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if I can like scooch by the Core one. See if I can like make this work here. Oh, barely. Ah. Yeah, I can do it. Just barely though. Ow. All right, I'm inside. You move somewhere over there is fine. Okay. All right. Oh my God, there's so many empty rolls of filament. Ah! All right, I gotta go find the thermal camera. I'll be right back. Okay. Hey, it's not your stream. Okay. I'm back. I made it inside. That was more work than I thought it was going to be. But I'm here. Yeah, hold on.
Did you find that image right? I can't find it for some reason.
Check the Discord, sure.
And what's your text?
Which one's... Oh, the arm work light. So that one's not on. The 3.3 volt light is on. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get my phone running here for you guys. AirDroid.
Let's see if we can find Reddit of all things. Fair enough.
All right, hold on. I'm getting it all set up. Give me a second. I want to share my screen, damn it. I forget how to do it. Now, whatever. There are other ways to do this. So we're gonna look at my phone with the webcam, and that's just how we're gonna do it. Okay? Okay. I'm glad that we had this talk. Oh, wait a minute. I have Samsung DeX. Wait a minute. Oh shit. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I have DeX. Oh wait. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Let's see if DeX works. Yeah, it should. Because it's a Samsung phone, and this is what DeX does. Hopefully.
The screen's still back, so.
Okay, it doesn't work. I thought it was gonna work. It didn't work. That's okay.
Would have been amazing though.
Yeah, it would have been amazing. So instead, we're gonna do it this way, which is point camera at phone. Wrong way. I'm trying to figure out what all this stuff is too. Oh God, you guys have a terrible glare. Hold on. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, let's just tilt that. Oh, the glare got worse. Oh God. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Oh, no. I can't even see you all anymore. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there was a bright spot. VAT Engineering is like, ooh, bright spot. Yeah, I saw that bright spot too. All right, I'm just gonna do that. We're gonna turn off the thing that was giving us problems. So.
No light, no reflections, problem solved. No, it's not really a bright spot, it's more like just the regulators, I assume. Yeah, or just the stuff that drops down to 3.5 volts.
I think that's the LED.
Oh, why is that LED red? Right.
So I believe. Oh, no, that's picture in picture. Yeah, I mean that's a choke, the big square. But the stuff next to it, I don't know what that is. Let me get a light over here. Those are caps that are heating up.
It's relatively normal. Octopus.
Wait a minute. That's right by the problem. That right there is right by the problem. Yeah, that hotspot is right next to where those wires go in. Yeah.
That's my diagram.
Yeah, that is. So I am touching where those wires go in. We actually used a hotspot detector. We found the hotspot.
Okay, so that is. Is that right next to the?
That is right next to it.
That's left of it, right?
My left, yes.
The left of... Yeah, okay. So that's. What is that? That's.
Here, I can turn on super resolution. I don't know what the difference is, but it lets me turn on super resolution.
That's some AI powered garbage.
I don't know. Here, you can see how warm it is in here. Oh, look at the heat of the camera and the battery. Jeez. That's cool. Anyways. Yeah, so that is... So what is that? Appears to be like a 5 or 6 pin transistor of sorts right there.
Yeah, the one that's one. I don't know what you want is because they don't actually have one. Anyway, that says what you want would be. Do we have someone from Big Check in the Discord?
No. We don't. I'm sorry though, this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, I've got Luke's direct contact info. Like,
Can you ask him what you want us on the...
when he replies to me, I can.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's going to be a voltage regulator. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a voltage regulator.
I just want to know which one. Which type. Well, this should not be... affecting much, I think.
I think it's a perfect example of lights on, but nobody's home. Man, whatever that is very hot. Yeah, I can feel it. It is quite warm. 50C.
Yeah, but that should only be the voltage regulator for...
Yeah, it's probably the 5 volt, 3.3 volt. Most likely just a linear voltage regulator. That would make sense. Yeah, whatever that right there is just unhappy. Wah. Okay. I'll turn the light back on. So, I think it's safe to say we killed an octopus on stream, right? I mean, at this point, it's probably safe to say that, right?
Yeah. Waiting for Peter.
Yeah, I think I think at this point I'm just kind of cursed with Vorons. Cause man, I freaking tried. Like, no one can sit there and say I didn't try. Lord of Man kills octopus on YouTube live stream. You know what? That's exactly what I should rename this to. But that's exactly what I'm going to call the Twitter post for it. I'll probably just add "It's Dead Jim" to it, because that's just funny. But yeah, I have at this point enough reason to believe that we have unfortunately nuked the octopus. We didn't want to. We didn't want to be clear. But it happened. So, Digital Matrix IO said, how many other machines do you poke around the inside while they're powered on, though? I'm not going to answer that question because it's higher than you think. It's way higher than you think. Because, you know, most of my machines don't have just random pins that are unprotected. C17J. Let's look it up.
Yeah, that's what it says on my... I'm trying to look it up. Maybe that's the Google double quarter on that. Master radio. Oh, maybe. No.
It is... I think it's a... It's a line driver. Because wait, I can plug all this back in. Hold on, I can show you guys what I found. Because there are some things in this world that I'm good at, and researching is one of them. Researching is one of the things I'm very, very good at. Not good at a lot of other things, but researching is one thing I'm pretty good at.
What did you find on the search? Even if I search CI7J on Google with like, and with CI7J in quotes, it finds that exact thing.
So here's what I did. I did C17J chip. That brought me to an Alibaba listing. Clicking on the Alibaba listing, it gave me the actual IC. While that it's a C17, there's not the J outside of it, but you can generally assume that you're pretty close to it. And given that that looks very similar to what I'm expecting, we can go with that. It's a line driver chip of sorts. So it's 14-cent little piece. And there's 106,000 of them in stock. Oh God, I'm telling the stream that I can do this, and I didn't show anybody that I found it. So hold on. Jeez, what a... Wait, now the laptop's not working? Go, there, come on. Magic. There you go. So yeah, I searched for C17J chip, found an Alibaba listing, clicked it, Googled that part number, and that's what we get. Very similar to what I'm expecting it to be.
Please do send that in the Discord.
Sure.
Because even with your instructions, I can't find it. I am first by Google again. So you wanted to solder? Do you really want to do this?
This is a big part. I've soldered smaller than this.
Okay. I would be scared. But alright.
You buy like 5 of them. It's gonna cost you more in shipping anyways. What I want to do is I want to take a picture of that board right there so I can kind of get an idea. So let's, let me see. Yeah, it's C17J.
Oh, it's a 1, not okay.
Yeah. I think
Oh,
it's...
did you misread my first? Did you misread my message as C17 instead of C1?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, C17J is what I Googled. You can see that. So.
Okay. I misread and you made it correct again. Okay, yeah, now I'm actually also getting the thing you... Okay.
I think it says C17, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can see it now that you mentioned it. I don't know. Looks a little weird, but...
Yeah, well this,
But yeah, depending on where it's connected. The problem is the schematic is... Well, it just says where stuff is, but not how it's connected, so... Yeah, I'm not sure if we can just remove it or not.
so it's right next to J37. So J37, yeah, so that's ground, PB0, and 5 volts. So we likely shorted that. But that somehow went into 1N, maybe? Yeah, there's a 5-pin thing next to it. That's what I think this is. It's not for fans though, and I don't know what it is. So it's right above J65 on the board, but I can't read what it says, so it's of no value to me.
Which one?
So if you look at the board, it is the one right above J65 and next to J37. Looks like 1N potentially, but
So that's U1.
oh, it's
That's the
U1.
chip we would change it to.
Yeah, that is the chip. So that's, we think that, but see, when I Googled C17J, it should be a 5-pin array, and I'm finding a 6-pin array. And in this case, you'd either be removing ground or voltage.
I think I found one that might be it. Oops. That one. Toric semiconductor.
I got it. Let's see.
Otherwise a push-pull. So D25, that could be correct.
Yep, this is it. I'll send it in the Discord. That's it. So it's the same thing. It's a driver of sorts. Let's look at its data sheet. So I found that by doing C17JIC, going over to shopping, found a eBay listing for it, and then copied that into Google, DigiKey, and it got me to what it is. So it is a single Schmidt trigger buffer. I don't even know what that is. But I'm pretty certain that's what we're dealing with. So that might just be the driver for the RGB. If so, you can remove it and you might be all set. Well, if I'm going to remove it, I'm going to replace it. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not going to go through the effort of removing it to not do anything about it, right? Like, we're going to remove it, we're going to replace it. There's no reason not to. Yeah, I have reason to believe that's the chip. And the fact that it's roughly in the same...
It could be.
Hmm?
It could be. Oh no, it would make sense if it's short. If it's shorting out, because then the other keys would be lighting up anyway.
I wonder if I have the... Nope, this phone's not on our Discord. Okay. Am I logged into Gmail? Nope. What a bummer. Right?
Well, I think it might have actually killed the CPU because of the 5 volts and maybe touching the data pin. Doesn't look like that would sucks.
Bummer. Unfortunately, this likely means that this is the last time we're going to see this thing on the channel for a long time. I know that for a lot of you, you would just buy another motherboard and you'd quickly go through it and all of that. As a content creator, this is like the most frustrating thing that I have to deal with, where I've tried and tried and tried and tried, and you know what? It just doesn't seem like it's for me. I want it to be clear, right? I want to be one of these Voron guys that love Vorons and have the Vorons and everything, but realistically, I have had what can only be described as absolute garbage luck with this so far. And to be clear, I firmly believe that it is 100% my fault as to the issue that we're dealing with today. Firmly believe that's on me. Firmly believe that when those exposed wires touched each other, something got upset. But likely this thing is going to go into cold storage for at least a few more months until I have the desire to work on it again. This thing has just kicked me in the balls every single time I've worked on it recently, and I don't like that. Some of you might be into that. Not my thing. And I'm not here to yuck your yum, but it ain't my thing. So realistically, I think, I mean, I'm going to get another board and everything. I'll work with Luke and, I don't know, see if maybe we can talk with someone at BTT. Because if I can revive this, now that is motivational, right? When you can, it's motivating to fix it. And Rain says, I feel like waiting longer would make things worse. As the build becomes data, instructions get a little messy. We were close. Rain, you are the last person to be talking about instructions getting old. Mr. Retirement Home for 3D printers. If you don't know, Rain has like a dozen full wooden 3D printers. He collects these older machines. So in our Discord, Rain is a part of our Discord. He is the retirement home for printers or something like that. Because it's true. Damascus Everglades says, get it ready for the index. I firmly believe the SV08 is going to be a much better candidate for an index. Because it's an easier machine to work with overall. Rain said he's starting a whole website. Help give instructions to people. I know. Mr. Sheebram says, not a retirement home, it's a museum. No, it's a retirement home because they're still working. They're still working. Yeah. Well, I could. The STM, I don't think, is a bald CPU, so I could replace it. If it's not just this C17J that was heating up on us, then yeah, it's probably dead. Maddie, what was your email? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what your email was. Ask me if I got your email with no context does not have any idea as to what's going on. But I think it is appropriate for us to go ahead. We need to change the name of the stream. Voron Trident Tooting. In parentheses, it's dead, Jim. And that's it. There's not much more I can do. So, Anna, thank you for your help. I'm gonna sign off of the Discord, and I'll be back on in a bit when I'm back inside. Okay.
No worries.
Appreciate your help.
Chat, see you, chat. Bye bye.
Say bye to Anna, chat. Bye.
Bye.
The project I told you. Probably. I think so. I'm a little behind on my emails right now. And I have done that type of soldering and rework before, so I don't want to. If it's just that little C17J chip, I'm fine. Why does it sound like there are motorcycles outside of my house? That's either a really low-flying jet or somebody on some bikes. There are no motorcycles out front, so it's got to be bikes. So yeah, a bit of swing and a miss on this one. So it happens. Thankfully, these are all BTT stuff, so it's all relatively affordable for us to replace it. But if you're going through a similar thing yourself, hey, you're not alone. And if you're laughing at me, all right, you're probably not alone in that either. Yeah, I have the skill for the rework. I don't want to, so if it's not the C17J chip, then likely we're just going to nuke it and just get a new board. I will work with Luke from BTT if he wants me to put some holes in it or something like that for him. And I'll bring it for him for Rocky Mountain, and I'll swap him for a new one. He wants me to, like, put a hole in the STM32 with a Freedom Seed, if you will. I am happy to do that for him. I will likely harvest everything that I can off of this board, and we will have to make the decision, do we go with something better, right? Do we look at a upgraded board, or do we get another octopus? So, yeah. Rainbow Motorsports says not affordable in a couple of weeks. This is where I am mildly privileged, right? I can just ask for it, and it should be sent to me. I have a great relationship with the BTT folks, BQ, Big Tree Tech, have a great relationship with them. Not cool enough to get flown to China and go visit the factories, mind you, but I have a good relationship with them, so I think we can just get a replacement sent out. If I have to buy one, I have to buy one. What's it going to cost me? $100? It's not that big of a deal at the end of the day. It sucks, don't get me wrong, and that's money that comes out of my pocket that could go to food. And God knows what else I could put that money toward. However, I want this to be more of a learning experience for people, right? Don't do what I do. I should have absolutely removed the power. I've worked on this machine with power before, so I figured what could go wrong? Famous last words, of course, right? It's the, what are you going to do? Stab me? Guy who got stabbed, right? That's the anecdote that comes along with it. So, bit of a bummer, unfortunately, but this is how life goes. I will work with Luke to see if there's a way to potentially fix it. If there is, then we'll try to fix it. If there isn't, then we're going to flat out replace it. Jim Macrobot said Nero may have a stack. Yeah, I could just ask Nero. Let's see. Let's see if Nero or Steve have any spare boards. Either of you got a spare octopus laying around asking for a friend? Tarzan said he was gone for an hour. What happened? We killed the octopus. We're pretty certain. There was a short that shut it down because there are wires that don't have connectors on them that keep them from touching. And that's from the factory. That's not something that I did. That's from the factory. So unfortunately, we have takoyaki, which is like a fried octopus ball, if you will. So, yeah. It's dead, Jim. It's dead. Grogyan said, you know, there are many people that enjoy watching soldering rework videos. This, looking at it, I don't think it's going to require even a rework station. I mean, I have one. I don't think it's going to require it. It's a 5-leg chip. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I need a little solder wick, some solder, some of the good lead, and a TS100 or a pine sill, and I'm done. Right? It shouldn't be that bad. So, oh well, what are you going to do? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and this is where I am somewhat thankful that I have other machines and I don't have to rely on this. This continues my trend of, unless you're really, really confident, especially with the programming side is still hell for me on this. I don't know if I can recommend Vorons. I think that they're fun builds, but you have to, this can't be your first build. You cannot do a Voron for your first build. It is often not going to result in a good time, in my personal opinion. I believe that there is opportunity that exists for, you know, better documentation, better warnings, things like that. I didn't follow the one that killed my board. That's 100% on me. But I still think these kits are beyond, I would say, the average user. You have to be more of a power user. Certainly more of a power user than I am. I've built printers before from scratch, like buying everything myself, but Clipper is still one of those things that is very much outside of the scope of my experience. So I got bit by it. And it's probably the more expensive thing on this to replace. Lewis Morrison asks, what is a good example of a person's first build? Prusa, 100%. The Prusa kits, they hold your hand, right? They hold your freaking hand through everything. And that is why I like the Prusa kits, especially for first-timers. You don't have to do any programming. That's all done for you. You just build it. Steve said, nah, controller isn't bad. I got one for you. I guess Steve saw my ping. I got responses from both of them. Who hath summoned me to this realm? Nero and... Alright. So Nero, Steve, either one of you, I'd like to buy an octopus from you, because I have takoyaki. We're fairly certain. I can provide you one with holes in it if you would like, because I'm fairly certain this one's going to end up as a target on my range. I want to like this build so much more than I have, and I think I've just come up against some of the more troublesome issues on this. I take 100% responsibility for the short because I let the stuff touch. I'm getting a phone call. Who's calling me? I don't know. I take 100% responsibility for not insulating this stuff beforehand, but I don't know why it's not done like that from the kit. Like, this is not... These 3 wires, the RGB wires, are not... There's no connector on them in the kit. So maybe I got a part missing from my kit. I don't know. But I've certainly had what I would call a less than stellar experience. I don't want this to be my last involvement with Voron, but I think I got to take a break again. I was like ready to get back into it early this year. We tried, we had all these other problems, we got it running, then we couldn't get it connected to the internet, and then today we had an SD card failure, which corrupted the Clipper install, so we had to redo that, which started hell. And then when we were trying to figure out why it was throwing a temperature error at us, we crossed the streams as it was. And we now have takoyaki. So, if you would like a challenge, I can wholeheartedly recommend a Voron kit. If you have done the Prusa kit and you say, I want more, right? I want more. then a Voron's for you. If you've done a Prusa build and said, wow, that's a lot, I don't know if I want to do this again, then maybe not. Maybe not. Voron is not for the faint of heart, and there's a lot of assumptions that are made that do make it a little more complicated. And I think I walked into it with the wrong expectations. My expectations was that this was going to be similar to a Prusa kit. I walked into this the way that I would think the average user would, which would be very little research and sending it. I do not recommend that anybody does that. Do a little bit more research than I did. Certainly when it comes to the color scheme for your printer so you don't have 5 colors. That was a mistake. I didn't know any better. But, you know, outside of those two, kind of like the belts, which I now have, but I only have that because of being friends with Steve. And now the motherboard issue, it's been an okay build. I'm scared of it. This is a great way to be humbled. You want to get humbled? Build a Voron. I think a Voron's a great way to humble people. When you're new and you think you know what you're doing, build a Voron. It'll humble you. For good or bad, it'll humble you. Steve said there is no buy, only do. Well, then I guess drinks are on me. Lewis said, funny thing, I just downgraded my C1 assemble to the kit, but I may regret it. I was batch 13 shipping next week. Now I'm on the long list for a kit, but I needed to do it because of money. We will be doing a C1 kit at some point. I don't know when. I'm on the list. That's what I was told. But yeah, the Trident's supposed to be a good first Voron, and I agree it is. Just take a little bit more precaution than I did. So, yeah. Rain says, I'm glad you brought it up. That's an ugly printer. I'll see myself out. You know what? I love it. Okay? I love the fact that it is terrible. At some point, we did just decide to make it as physically offensive as possible. We made it with the most ridiculous colors that we could, right? They're all galaxy colors except the bright blue. All the rest of them are galaxy colors from Polymaker. It's hilarious. And like, I only half peeled some of the peels. Like, this printer at this point is designed to upset everybody, and I guess now I'm on that list too. I will say it is, if you have a better experience than I do, I think it's a really good kit that could use a lot more instruction. But I guess I was expecting more of a Prusa experience. If you don't expect a Prusa experience, I think you'll be fine. Miss Treebrim says, 100%, my Trident kicked my butt, and the Micron 180 I'm building is currently giving it to me with both barrels. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. That's the way she goes, bubs. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You gotta know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Oh, I'm not Kenny Rogers? Right? Is that Rogers or Loggins? Which one of them did that? I don't know. It was one of the Kennys, I'm fairly certain. I could be wrong. Unlike Grant, I'm into that. I don't mind a challenge. I think I mind the challenges more when I'm on stream. Right? Where I can't just take an hour to deep dive into something and be very quiet while I'm doing it. There's a difference of being on stream where I have to be available, I guess, or on, right? Like, those in our Discord know I'm just like this all the time, but there are times where I'm very quiet because I'm focused. And when I need to research something, I'm very quiet because I need to focus. And you want to see a stream lose 90% of its audience? Be very quiet and focus. So, yeah. So I think maybe that's it. And I don't want to do a ton of work on this thing off stream because then, like, people that want to learn or are potentially struggling with the same stuff that I'm struggling with might not have the video that they need, right? Even if it is as crazy as these videos tend to be, and as kind of terrible as they tend to be, I want it to be there for someone who's also going through something similar that, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with it. But I do know I'm going to head out. There's nothing more I can do. The printer is gone. It's too late to give a 21 gun salute, so I'm not going to go do that. And I don't have enough blanks. And I'm not just going to pump rounds out into the middle of nowhere. We're not going to do that. We need blanks for that. So, I guess this is a great lesson in don't stick your fingy where you wouldn't stick your dinky. Turn off the power to your machine. And apparently, you should shut down the Pi before you unplug or remove power from a clipper machine. This is all new to me. Well, at least the back half of that is new to me. And hopefully it won't be new to you, but if it is, you've now learned a valuable lesson at my expense. We will get back on this horse at some point. The nice thing is, it's at least a month until I get the boards anyways, because I'll see Steve and Nero at Rocky Mountain most likely. So, yeah, don't ship me things, gents. We'll bring it to the next show we're both at, and we'll get it there. This will give me enough time to mentally prepare myself for pain again. But, Steve, if you're around, and you're still here hanging out, I think I might take you up on having you on stream with me to at least walk me through a little bit, because I really feel like I feel like I've done a lot of things wrong. I'm not confident with the work that I've done. And so just to have Big Daddy Steve Builds over here to help me out would probably make me feel a lot more confident. I understand that I am in a position of privilege where I can do this kind of thing, but I'm hoping that by utilizing that place of privilege, I can keep others from making the same mistake that I did. So there you go. Gorgon says, build a Voron, not use Clipper as your first build. Maybe I should have gone Marlin, but everyone goes Clipper, and I wanted to learn Clipper. I have other machines that are Clipper, the SV08s and the +4, those are all Clipper. But there is a lot to learn and a lot to have happen. Thank you for helping me out on this one, Steve. I'm going to need help, but yeah. I want to check with you on the kits as well. I want to see if maybe my kit was missing this part or if they just don't come with it. I'm very curious. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here because my back hurts and I can't really feel my feet and I have like 6 missed calls. So I will see you all later. Hopefully you've learned something valuable from my mistakes. Steve, I think we know what failed on this, but would you like a necklace made of this? I will punch a hole in it for you. Steve says, I'm happy to help, but remember, we have nothing to do with the kits. I know you don't, but you're the one that has the experience to tell me whether or not the parts are in the kit. That's at least my theory. But if you want a necklace, I'll punch a hole in this for you, no problem. It will not be a hole that's currently in this board, assuming we can't just fix it with a chip. Anyways, y'all, I'm going to get out of here so I don't collapse. I will see you all later. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. Don't touch live wires. And, I don't know, shut down your pies, because apparently that was a thing. And as always, keep making awesome. F's in the chat for the octopus. Have a good one.